I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior. I was good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just god. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. Neither dead nor alive, I became undead forever.
Welcome, friends, to the House of Emerald Dragons, where happiness can be bought for bargain prices.
Oh no.
I'm going to DM, after this starting announcement segment, I'm going to just DM with that voice the whole time.
I'm so happy right now. Now I just hope we run into Rictavio so we can hear Rictavio through the lens of Blinsky.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, that is... You know what? If that never becomes a thing, we'll do a spin-off campaign, and that'll be the premise. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, where were we? Dungeons and Dragons. Yes. We're here Monday night. It is Curse of Strahd tonight. Back to Barovia we go. So put all your happiness aside for the next few hours. There's sure to be none here. I mean, at the Emerald Dragon, yes. Barovia, no. All right. It's a distinct line. So I shouldn't keep babbling too much because I'm sure I will get my fill of babbling time tonight. I will pass the baton to my lovely players here for a little character introduction. How about you guys tell us your favorite food and your favorite color from the perspective of your character? 1, 2, 3. Paul, you're up. I know you're
from the perspective of my character.
Yeah,
oh man,
for a loop.
Well, I am a brand new character, Kasimir, and he is an elven Bladesinger, and he's very old. What is his favorite food? Probably some old person food, like Metamucil. Something that's kept him alive. Cod liver oil that he takes every morning.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's got his like habit, that's kept him alive all these years and kept him healthy. And yep, that's his favorite food. His favorite color, probably the color of cod liver oil. All right. Alex, you're next.
I'm Alex. Tonight I will be playing Ezmerelda, the mysterious yet quite capable Vistani. And Ezmerelda's favorite color is probably green. I feel like it's green. And favorite food would be a nice traditional Vistani dumpling soup. Preston, go for it.
Hi, I'm Preston. I play Rohan. He is a level 5 ranger monster slayer. He's kind of a jerk. Surprise, surprise, he's a ranger and his favorite color is green. And his favorite food is dream pies. Take it away.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Tonight I will be playing Miss Juniper Jet, our Tabaxi Shadow Sorceress. Obviously, Juniper's favorite color is purple. And her favorite food are these small marinated grilled octopus that they serve on the Schult street food. I did not Google that while you guys were saying your own introductions. I don't have that sheet pulled up on my computer right now.
Make a deception check.
Gladly.
Can I make an insight check as me?
my insight is pretty much shit. So sounds believable, Kaylie. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
Well done, you guys. I like to put you on the spot like that a little bit. Paul, don't get any ideas when you're running the show. Nobody likes that kind of crap. Nobody likes it.
I like it. It's fun.
My friends, we'll have a brief recap and just dive right in, if that sounds good. If anyone doesn't have any other announcements to make, I might have an announcement to make. Yo, we're affiliated now.
Woo!
Twitch affiliates. Feels good, man. Been working towards this one.
Muzzle tov.
Yeah, exciting times ahead at the Emerald Dragon. So shamelessly, I say subscribe to our channel and become a member of the Emerald Dragon. It'll be an experience that you'll never forget.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Guys, is
That's
my
what it
hell
is.
yeah becoming like our
Yeah.
catchphrase?
What do we got? We got hell yeah. Are you
got a few of them.
single? Cards cannot be pushed. We've got it plenty.
It is a suitable group of meme. All right. So in our previous session, Juniper, Rohan returned on a quest for the Mardikovs. You guys recovered the sacred gem from Yester Hill and returned it to the Wizard of Wines. There you spent the night somewhat anticipating retaliation from the evil druids, though none came. In the morning, the wagons, the shipments of wine, which one of them was due to be delivered to the Blue Water Inn, and then there was an extra shipment just for you for appreciation. The wagons were ready to go. You guys hit the road first light of day, traveled for an hour or so, and then you met a strange dusk elf walking in the middle of the road who warned you that the path ahead is perilous and you should take an alternative route. So, trusting this strange figure, you took a different path, which led you to a mysterious tower along the lakeside. There, you guys saw a woman wearing colorful clothes, kind of perched down or kneeled down in the tree line, being stalked by some giant black demon bird who saw you guys shortly thereafter and attacked. A battle took place. You guys were able to dispose of said demon bird. Afterwards, an unseen servant collected firewood. You guys had a nice little fire and became acquainted with one another. Very nice. Yes. And after taking some time to become acquainted, you hit the road to Vallaki, deciding it'd be a better bet to deliver the town shipment first. So you guys dropped off the first wagon at the Blue Water Inn. The Mardikovs were thrilled to see you guys return. Obviously, at every point in the way, you guys had to inform them of the bad news of your two fallen companions. After you settled things at the Blue Water Inn, you headed to Lady Fiona's house, and you were shocked to see a black carriage, horse-drawn carriage, parked outside of her house. And shortly thereafter, you saw the Lady Wachter was having a business meeting of sorts with one of Strahd's henchmen, who you came to know is Rahadin. And some of you, that shakes even harder than the others. After that moment, you headed to Blinsky's toy shop and had an amazing experience all around. I don't think any of you left feeling sad about what took place there. It was just wonderful. You guys talked to Blinsky a lot. Didn't really learn a lot, maybe, but yeah, maybe there's some more layers to peel back on that onion. After fooling around at the toy shop for some time, a quick stop to find Rohan's precious Buttercup, the tiger. trapped in a wagon at the Arisek stockyard.
Trapped.
As you approached the stockyard, you found that there were some random kids just messing around with the wagon, jumping on top of it, and Buttercup was inside thrashing about. Rohan chased the kids off, recommended to the shopkeep that he should shoot on sight any children he sees from that point forward. And you guys left Vallaki, noting that there were some repairs perhaps to make to the wagon, but save that task for later as you found your way to the Costorari Vistani encampment to the south of Vallaki. You delivered the wine to the Vistani there, who were mostly appreciative. Aragal and Rohan had a little fist fight. Things got a little heated there for a few. After communicating some information you learned about the Windmill and their occupants, you guys devised a plan to work with the Vistani to assault the Windmill, perhaps the next day. Finally, after you were deliberating your battle plans, you heard some thrashing about from a wagon not too far away. No! And that is where we pick up tonight's session, my friends. This wagon is only 100 feet away or so, just down the hill from you guys. I assume you all go running in that direction.
Yes.
You arrive on the scene and see a couple of bodies laying on the ground already as this massive beast is just like thrashing about everyone that it could get its jaws on and its claws on.
Oh, no.
Wow.
People
I
are
need
dead?
you guys to just straight up roll initiative for me, please.
God.
Dang.
I
That's a lot
will
more bad
pull
than I
up
thought.
the turn order here. One moment, let me clear the turns. And get you all in this one. Okay, go ahead and roll whenever you are ready.
Were they messing with it, or did it just break? Are we moving to a map with tokens?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'm looking at it already. I figured you guys need to catch up, I think, maybe.
Is this the map you were working so hard on?
Oh, yeah, you see the wagons?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell
Salmon.
yeah.
Paul, you got a bird. That's adorable.
Natural 20 for Luna.
Whoa. Nice, Luna.
All right, and the tiger needs to roll initiative.
You know, that's a big-ass tiger.
Yeah. Is that really how big Buttercup is?
Oh, yeah.
She's a saber-toothed tiger?
I've been feeding her well.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, do you still have the slop bag? That can come in handy.
I do. I have it on me all the time. It just might not have flops in it.
Oh, this already got a lot more escalated than I was expecting. I love it.
Can you guys still see the initiative order?
Yes.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yay, I'm last. Woohoo.
Cool. All right. The first to act as we approach this perhaps bloodbath, Kasimir.
I look around at everyone, kind of survey and say, "Stay back, everyone, I got this." And I draw my blade and I start to hum with the blade.
Don't hurt her, just incapacitate her.
Like, good luck with that. And I charge forward. So I cast Blade Song, and I'm gonna cast Mirror Image as I run up to this tiger.
Cool.
3 images shoot out from Kasimir.
Sounds good. Is that a concentration spell?
It is not.
Okay.
and I say, "Stay back, everyone!" And that is my turn.
All right, cool. Next, we have Erigal, who doesn't take Rohan's suggestion. He draws a light crossbow and fires a shot. 25.
22 poison damage?
Jeez.
I'm gonna say that doesn't apply in this case, actually.
76 poison. Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, that's wild, huh? Okay, so yeah, 25 definitely hits. An arrow, much to Rohan's displeasure, sinks in to just one gap in the tiger's armor. He lets out a roar. 10 piercing damage. Sweet. Let me see here. That'll end his turn. That'll bring us to Luna.
All right. Luna is... Oh, I don't have control of Luna. But it doesn't really matter. She's just going to fly near the tiger, and I'm going to say telepathically to Luna, "Wait for my command."
All right.
Telling her to hold her drop until my turn.
Okay. Sweet. All right. So it's going to be the tiger's turn. Surveys about a lot of threats now. It looks absolutely ferocious. Meets eyes with Rohan, charges right at him.
No.
Oh, Buttercup, come here. It's okay. She trusts me.
Oh man.
Gonna make a claw attack. 22 to hit with the claws. Absolutely ravages you. 12 slashing damage. And he's gonna use the pounce feature. He ran 20 feet straight at you. You need to make a DC 14 strength saving throw. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Whoa.
Can I grapple it to the ground? Start petting his head. It's okay, Buttercup. Calm down. Let me rub your belly.
You start to pet his head right after the claws have raked you across your chest and your blood is pouring out.
Oh, man.
That'll be the end of the tiger's turn. That brings us to Rohan, in fact.
So, for my bonus action, we're going to start off with Evil Eye. It's going to have a success or caster difficulty of, I think, 13? Yeah. So he has to hit a 13.
Okay. What does
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save?
It's recreating the animal friendship spell.
This duplicates the duration of the effect of such a spell?
No,
I
it
assume.
acts as that spell. Evil Eye, the Vistani trait, allows you to essentially cast Animal Friendship, Charm Person, or Hold Person once per long rest.
Oh, you've hold person?
Wow.
Yeah. I just haven't had a chance to use it yet.
But
What?
if they succeed their saving throw, you're blinded until your next turn.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! I thought that was them that was blinded.
No, it'll be me.
Oh.
I just want to look into that because the words as it's written here in the little description don't say that. It says it duplicates the duration, but not that it casts such a spell.
So on
And
my
effect.
sheet, if you look at my sheet,
Mhm.
targets one creature and casts one of the following spells on the target, requiring neither somatic nor material components to do so. Animal
Oh,
Friendship,
damn.
Charm Person, or Hold Person.
All right, I guess you didn't get the full description or something on that one. Sweet. All right, so wisdom saving throw.
13
Correct.
it should be, yeah. 8. Oh,
Fails. All right.
I'm going to. It's okay, Buttercup. Calm down.
And
I'm gonna.
one other thing. If the tiger's intelligence is more than 4, it fails.
Is more than 4?
Yes.
Animal friendship, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. It is not more than 4.
And I'm going to do like a quick survey. Where's the cart that he came out of?
It is not too far away. Let's just say it's like this one up top here.
Okay.
And it is severely broken. Like, it doesn't have walls standing, basically. Like, one of the walls is still intact.
Okay, that's fine. Because there are chains and stuff in there. So, okay, Rohan's gonna take out his slop bag and get some meat in his hand. He's still petting Buttercup's belly, and he's like, "Okay, Buttercup, this way. Follow me. Come on now. Come on, sweetheart." And he's going to move over to the inside of this cart.
All right, sounds good.
And before my turn is up, he's going to say, "Juniper, your strongest alcohol now! Quickly!
Yes!
Quickly!
Why?
Don't ask questions, Juniper!"
No! It's mine!
I'm gonna go get the cask of wine that we just brought to Aragal.
Could not have my other
roll it down
quest.
the hill towards Rohan. It's like,
All right, we are still in initiative here, folks.
Yep.
That's going to end Rohan's turn. As you're soothing the tiger, his breath just starts to be a little slower. He's relaxing a little bit. Just lets out a few heavy breaths. And okay, he is friended for the time being. Ezmerelda.
Rohan, you've got chains, right?
There are chains in the cart. We just have to chain her up, and then I'll give her some booze, and she'll be fine. The booze!
My boost.
I'm going to move over to the cart, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and start grabbing a chain or two that I can wrap around a tree in the vicinity.
Okay. Sounds good. I think that would be plausible. There are some chains that were clearly like holding Buttercup that have been broken, but there's some other chains that are just chilling in this cart. You're able to grab those. Okay. Juniper.
Firstly, Juniper is going to hold on to her flask, not take it out of her bag. Just be like, "You are not feeding my elven alcohol to a tiger!" And I am going to step. I'm going to use as much movement as I can. Oh, I should actually ask, has it been 8 hours since we fought the demon?
Oh, good question. Probably approaching that within the next hour or two, I would say.
Sweet.
So
If that's the case, then I still have mage armor.
cool.
I'm going to use my movement to step back over here. And I'm going to... I think I'm going to hold my action for in case the tiger starts attacking anybody. Can I do that?
Absolutely.
Okay. I will hold my action.
Okay, that brings us to Kasimir, standing right next to the
yeah, I
beast.
know. I'm like,
Is relaxed.
Rohan, is it friendly to all of us?
I'm not so certain about that.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly.
Disengage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna disengage and go get the wine. I'm gonna listen to what Rohan said and just, all right. And is the wine, the cart that we brought in, still near this area? I'm guessing we just ran down the hill, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we parked next to each other, right?
I think you guys had brought the wine up the hill to present it to Aragal, so it's a little ways away.
Some of it.
And then, so that brings us to Aragal, and like he's got another arrow like knocked, and he's
You
like,
shoot that fucking tiger and I'll murder you! What does it look like we're doing?
make a persuasion check.
16.
He continues to train his arrow on the tiger for an uncomfortably long period of time, and then slowly lets it down. And noticing that the tiger is no longer an immediate threat, he looks over at Kasimir and says, "Don't touch my fucking wine, Kasimir."
God damn it, we need booze.
I stop immediately and just kind of turn around. I'm kind of looking between Rohan and Aragal, like looking at both of them like, and I stop.
All right, so on the ground, from the immediate aftermath of Buttercup's escape, one dead Vistani woman, and 4 others injured.
Oh, wow.
And so Buttercup regards you as a friend for the next 24 hours, Rohan. He obliges your commands, comes over to the cart, wherever you'd lead him.
Oof.
And Aragal, after scolding you a bit, Kasimir, he says, "Look at the bodies. See if they're okay."
Yeah, like as soon as it's clear that the tiger's not a threat, I'm gonna go start just like cleaning and binding wounds and making sure that like infection won't set in and all that. I'm sure I have some knowledge of medicinal herbs and the like.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, the injuries aren't terrible.
Except the death.
Except the death, yeah, exactly. Because the death, yeah, there's like a slash across this poor woman's throat, and nearly severed her head, and she bled out all over the place. And the others have been slashed in various like depths and everything, but not life-threatening by any means.
The person that died, I go over to them, and how would I interpret Aragal's reaction to this particular woman's death? Like, what was their relationship, right?
Well,
is he going to be super pissed or going to be like, she died?
I think he would be probably equally as pissed if any one of his clan members died. She was not like particularly like, there's no special relationship or anything. But he's still surveying and like kind of in shock. Like,
Aragal, this one's dead. Do I know her name?
Katarina.
Katarina didn't make it. I look remorseful.
Another one dies. Kasimir. Seems quite strange to me that there's a common denominator with all the Vistani death lately. He looks over at Rohan.
I don't have time to deal with you. We'll talk about this later.
I'm going.
Oh, okay. I see the turnover is over and everything. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, never mind.
I'm gonna walk up to Rohan and just look at him, and I'm like, we cannot carry that thing around with us. We need
give
to put
me
it
some
down.
booze. I need
No.
Okay, give me your weakest one. And no,
You're
we're not putting
going
her down.
to give booze to the tiger.
I am going to. And if you don't give it to me, I will go all the way back to Vallaki and find it myself.
Rohan, what the fuck has gotten into you? This thing killed somebody.
We've killed people. You've killed people. You stabbed a baby woman. Now, please, give me some booze so I can incapacitate our dear friend and we can get a move on. My dear friend. We've all killed people. Not trying to say that it's any less of an issue, but still. I'm trying to fix this now.
You fix it by the end of your spell, or I will for you. Do you understand?
Dada, yes. Come on, please. And Rohan is quickly, chaining up his tiger. He's leading Buttercup back into the cart, and he's going to start trying to fix it. Because they got...
I'll pull Argal aside and just say, he is reckless. A bit reckless, but I think his heart is true Vistani. I suggest we continue to use him to get back, is it Arabelle? That's the mission. And whatever you're going to do, I recommend we wait till after the mission is complete.
We're definitely going to do that. But afterwards, I don't want anything to do with that son of a bitch.
I'm gonna ask whoever, I'm cleaning the wounds of right now, just quietly so no one else can hear. Was anyone messing with the cart, fiddling with it?
Went to younger Vistani gal. Went to peek our heads in just to see what's inside. There was some knocking about, and when we got close, the three of us, it just started thrashing about uncontrollably, and then the wagon just, there's wood and splinters flying, and it all happened so fast.
Remember this. Sometimes it's safer to not look in the cart.
Sister, we've been looking in carts our entire lives, and nothing bad has ever happened.
Oh, I know. But be aware of the possibility.
I'd be afraid of what's in Ezmerelda's cart.
They nod as they understand what you're trying to say. Aragal says to Kasimir, are you going to stick around with these folks after our business?
It's up to you. If I'm not needed here, I feel like they are roaming the area. It might be nice to keep an eye on them and at the same time scout out what Strahd is up to and what's going on.
You're going to take up position directly against the devil then, Kasimir? That's your intention?
No, but wherever the devil's fingers are, I like to know for our safety.
Well, if that's what you wish, Kasimir, I have one request. Keep them the hell away from us.
That I can do. All right, well, with your permission then, I will continue to protect the village, but roam around with them for a little bit.
He nods in agreement and goes to address some of the injured.
I just say I'll report back as soon as I know anything of value to the Vistani campment here.
Kasimir, you peer over as Argal departs. You peer over and you see 3 dusk elves staring at you from afar, and they are beckoning you over, summoning you in their direction.
All right. I head over.
You meet your 3 brothers. They say, one of them says, as you know, of
I
course.
have Rolo, Adar, and Ivan.
Rolo, Adar, and Ivan. Perfect. So Adar looks at you. He says, "Brother, what happened? We were just in our huts and we heard all the commotion."
Well, to be honest, I don't quite know what's going on yet. There's some major gears turning, but seems this foolish Vistani brought a saber-toothed tiger into the camp and didn't secure the wagon, so that's what happened.
Gosh.
A woman was killed.
Oh my gosh.
Many were injured. I kind of look like to the left or right and say, thank God it wasn't any of you. Keep safe.
Brother, who are these strange people in our camp?
I turn and look and I say, well, 2 of them appear to be Vistani, and 1 is a cat.
Just the way you
Like
said that
I've
was
never
perfect.
seen. And I'm 500 years old.
Meow.
Oh, Kasimir, did you bring them here?
No, I was merely coming back from one of my scouting missions afar, but I did come with them, yes.
Do you intend to stay with this group?
I
Will
was
you
thinking
travel with them?
I was thinking I would, as far as being able to scout the land and seeing what Strahd is up to. What do you think?
Rolo pipes up. Kasimir, what are you getting into? We have such a bad feeling about this. Please don't do anything to incur the devil's wrath again. You know that'll be the end for us.
I take a deep breath and say, what is done is done. Now, we must... I cannot do anything but seek vengeance. You know this.
Now's the time? Are you sure? Once
Now
you
is
do
not-
this, you can't turn back, Kasimir.
That path was chosen for me long ago. I have nothing left besides this. I must protect the 3 of you and this Vistani camp as per my oath, but this is also extremely important. I will find out what I can, and I will report back to you and share what I've found before we do anything too hasty.
Well, brother, you know it's only been us. It's all we have left, so anything you need, just let us know. We'll start by making some prayers to Mother Night, and pray that her blessing will be upon you in your immediate travels.
I bow and I put my arms around like all 3 of them, kind of like a group hug, and we kind of put our heads together, and I listen to the prayer and give them like a really tight hug and say, be safe. I will also be safe. We will see each other again soon.
Be safe, brother. They retreat back to their respective huts. Paul, take 1d6 inspiration dice. You can use it at any time.
Whoa!
That's the very first time we've ever had inspiration.
Out
Wow.
of both campaigns.
Barovia is not an inspiring adventure.
Wow.
Everyone's been fucking around with the Morning Lord. They should have been praying to Mother Night. So yeah, you could add that to damage or an attack roll, however you want, man. Just add it.
Thank you.
So, meanwhile, Rohan, you have set upon fixing the wagon.
So first, I made sure Buttercup was secure and had their meats. Just like I dumped out all the slop You know, they're just chilling, petting their belly. And now I am trying to repurpose the wagon somehow.
All right, the wood. So you picked up some wood and some
I did,
nails and
yeah.
things?
I picked up a lot of wood from the store and some nails.
Yeah, so the amount of wood to make the repairs that you intended, it's going to be significantly less than it would take to redo the whole thing in any sort of reasonably secure fashion, I'd say. So I'm going to say that with the supplies you have on hand, it's probably not possible to do what you're hoping to accomplish.
What about repurposing the destroyed wood? Just kind of like a patchwork style. Till I can get a new cart or just new lumber.
Roll a D100 and we'll see what percentage of wood is salvageable. 16% of the wood. It totally splintered. It was like old, shitty wood.
It's sawdust.
Yeah, it's just sawdust. Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy.
That's okay. We'll figure this out. Or Rohan will figure it out.
Our
Juniper
D100 rolls are really good for just destroying everything.
Oh yeah.
Journals.
Yeah. If you want to dash those hopes and dreams, roll a D100.
There you go.
Juniper, what are you doing meanwhile?
What time is it now?
It is beyond midday, a couple of hours.
Juniper kind of just looks on at the idiocy of Rohan, the closest thing she has to a friend here, and just rolls her eyes, takes out her flask and chugs some herself and puts it back. Doesn't give any to him.
I saw that. It's fine. I will figure it out myself. Keep your booze.
24 hours, Rohan. And then she looks over and notices the very quite touching, beautiful moment between the new elf and his family, and she just kind of goes quiet, clams up, walks away from the group, goes to the tree line, climbs up a tree, and just starts taking shots of her flask. She doesn't feel like talking in right now.
And Ezmerelda?
Once all of the injuries are patched, then if there are, I assume there is some last rites to be done for the deceased woman, so I will, if Argal will let me, I will assist with those.
Yeah, some other Vistani have come and wrapped the body in cloth as well, and taken her up the hill a ways closer to the main tent. And they're preparing such a display at this time. So, Rohan, what the hell are you gonna do with that tiger, man?
Well, for now it's secure.
And at the end of the long rest, you can just cast Evil Eye again.
if it works.
Kasimir walks up to the cart and draws his sword and says, Rohan, it's too dangerous. It's time. Give it a death worthy of how you feel.
I will fight you, Kasimir.
I don't want to fight you, but it is dangerous.
Then sheath your sword.
What are you planning to do with it? It's not safe here, obviously.
It is not. I'm going to try and take it away as far as I can. Right now, though, I need to figure out something more immediate, some kind of sedative, and possibly get more lumber.
How long does this spell last?
Should be good for 24 hours. But I don't want to miss our window for the hags.
Okay. You need wood,
Yeah.
and you know how to build things? You can repair this thing?
I mean, do I? No, I'm not a craftsman, but I'll just try my best if I have to. More wood, more metal, more steel, nails.
Okay. Seeing how much it means to Rohan, is there any Vistani in the camp that would be decent at rebuilding a cart?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast 3 unseen servants over the next 20 or 30 minutes and just have them go into the woods, like getting piles of wood. All this like floating wood or just like sticks and all sorts of stuff.
Random sticks and
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like decently big. But yeah, I'll go talk to the Vistani and whichever one might be useful and ask for help.
Rohan, he'll stop Kasimir and he says, "I see what you're doing. Thank you." And what was her name? The woman.
Katerina. You know, there's not many Vistani left in this tribe.
There's not many Vistani left either. And
You-
Rohan's gonna...
You should go apologize to Aragal.
I'll apologize to Argal when I find their kid.
Make it right, but whatever. I guess if this tiger's important to you, and I'll go find the Vistani.
cool.
Also, Rohan wants to ask Ezmerelda a question. You seem like you're quite experienced with herbs and other concoctions. Do you know if there's anything that I could use around here to make a mild to strong sedative?
Is that something that I would have aware of? Could I maybe roll a medicine check to see if I could identify something?
Yeah, I believe so. You had all kinds of kits with you. What classification? I think, yeah, a sedative would be like a medicine kit you would need to use. Question is, what do you have actually equipped on you?
Yeah.
If you'd like to say that you might have grabbed something like that before you left the tower, I'll give you a chance to roll for it to see if indeed that was the case.
Oh, because you left your wagon there.
I do have a healer's kit. That I did not specify that I was bringing with me. So, if you'll allow me a roll to see if I did actually bring that, I will take it.
Yeah, I'll give you a 20% chance that you happen to have that on you.
Alright.
So 20 or below. D100.
Nope.
Unfortunately, you left that kit.
I do back at my wagon. I could do that. Not here.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you, though.
Although,
I guess...
that lasts for 24 hours. If you can keep her contained throughout the fight, then...
And Buttercup right now is kind of just chilling out, right? She's got her chains on, and Rohan's kind of just petting her.
Yeah, she's just chilling. A little like dragonfly comes by and she's like swatting at the fly.
Okay.
She's totally chill for the time being.
Okay.
I have to ask Rohan.
Yeah, go on.
You know what I'm going to ask.
Why do I have a saber-toothed tiger in the cart?
Not why do you have the saber-toothed tiger in the cart. Why are you so attached to this tiger? You treat this tiger like it is the only family you've ever known.
Oh, geez, that is a complicated question, Ezmerelda. I don't know. I guess in a way I kind of feel a slight bond to it. I lost my father when I was young, and he liked animals, cats and dogs. And Buttercup looks so sad in her cage. Plus, is it her fault that some weird asshole sicko guy trapped her in the cage and left her there? I'm just trying to figure out what to do with her ultimately. If it means letting her go somewhere deep in the lands of Barovia, or just keeping her as some kind of strange pet, I'd like to give her the best life as possible.
She is a fighter. Teach her how to fight hags.
I thought about it actually, but I don't want her to be in danger. I don't know.
She's a tiger. Lives a life of danger.
Maybe that would be an interesting idea. Teach her to fight hags.
Rohan, you and I, we both know her life. We are hunters. You know she is a hunter.
It is foolhardy to keep a hunter tied up, I understand. I just trying to build that bond so we can actually hunt together is the hard part.
You will get there.
Thank you, my friend. And let's see, what else could Rohan do?
So throughout the time you're having that conversation, there's unseen servants just dropping all sizes of branches and things.
I realize they have a strength of 2, so they probably can't carry any actual usable logs. All these twigs and
yeah, they're like that thick at most. The Vistani that you recruit to assist you with rebuilding the wagon, they inform you they could set up a structure resembling a wagon with these materials. But the idea that it's going to contain that tiger, absolutely not.
So if this was an armored tiger, the wagon was reinforced. What parts of the wagon are okay? Does it have the base and the wheels? Are those there? Because you just said the walls were gone, right?
Yeah. So the wheels are still intact.
Spokes, everything's fine.
That were they were bolted to the floor, and a couple of those, actually all of them are ripped up. A couple of them are still bolted in the floor, and a couple of them were just torn out, and some of the chains were snapped. So there's some holes kind of on the base layer, the floor of the wagon.
Okay.
But yeah, imagine a giant saber-toothed tiger bashing through a wooden wagon.
A reinforced wagon.
Right. Just talking to this Vistani, is there supplies around the camp that actual lumber at least? I know
they have a little bit. They're still not very they don't feel like it's a very promising endeavor. In the goal of securing the tiger.
I turn to Rohan and say, the cart's fucked, dude.
Everything except for, everything's fine except for the walls. The base is still there. The wheels are still intact. Spokes are good.
It's not going to secure a tiger.
Perhaps chain the tiger to a tree.
Oh, that's the first thing that they did with the Ezmerelda. So the tiger is chained. It's not going anywhere right now. The
tree will probably be stronger than a wagon. Unless the cart cannot be pushed or pulled. That'll change everything.
It's in that state almost.
From where I'm sitting on the tree, I would like to cast message to Kasimir. And I'm going to say, funny little elf, we can't keep that tiger alive, right? This is the cat, by the way.
Well, I'll like turn a little bit and look in the air. I know what the spell is, but I'll say, well, it can't stay here. That's for sure. Its fate, I do not know. It's Rohan, you just hear me say that for some reason.
Rohan has an idea. He looks over at Juniper. What are you talking about? Doesn't say it though. Ideas. When are we attacking the hags?
I believe we're gonna go and keep watch.
Morning or afternoon?
Yeah, see if we have to see if the hag leaves first, and if she doesn't, then we attack the next day.
Is that over 24 hours?
So 24 hours would bring you roughly a couple hours past midday the next day. So
Cutting it close.
roughly 1 hour has elapsed. 23 hours remain. I'll give you an hour by hour. No, I'm just kidding.
Mage armor.
Yeah, mage armor is gone.
I'll go walk over. Well, I'll kind of look at Rohan as he's puzzling, thinking about what to do with his cart, and I'll just go over to Juniper and look up in the tree and say, "Everything all right up there?"
I look down. Well, there's a tiger that's going to not be a very nice tiger in 24 hours, and I can't convince the very smart man, I know he's smart, that we need to kill the tiger, so not really. No.
The tiger is an asset.
Can you hear us?
Maybe.
Apparently, yes.
Rohan just
I think
exclaims that. Like,
He just assumed.
Right. Don't talk shit about my tiger. I know what you're talking about.
Juniper will jump down from the tree, just kind of land with a show-offy flourish and look at the elf.
Is everything okay with you? You look sad.
According to Blinsky, I am. We haven't known each other long enough for you to know my story, but
I find that strangers are the best people to tell your story to.
I find strangers like to use those things against you.
True. I don't tell everything to everyone, but enough.
We'll just say I'm confused.
All right, well, if ever you need to talk about anything, I'm here. I know you just met me, but just know that. And I'll turn and walk back to the cart.
I climb back up my tree.
after some time, one of the Vistani approach you guys one by one wherever you may be and summon you to the ritual taking place, the burying of, actually the burning of Katarina's corpse at the top, at the hilltop. All the Vistani are gathered round as you guys arrive. The Dusk elves as well. Everyone comes to pay respect to her death and passing. Aurigal, not the most charismatic, perhaps, but he leads the procession, says a few words. Everyone lifts a glass of wine, and you all take a drink to honor her memory as the fire is set ablaze and consumes her body. Shortly after, as people are clearing out a bit and the fire burns hotter, Aurigal approaches you guys. All right, what's the plan? We doing this? We hitting the woods tonight?
I'd say so, right? Scout tonight, See if they're there in the morning, and if they're not, come back the next day.
We can stay there and kind of keep a scout, or we can wake up very early before light and head over there. Either
I
one.
mean, is it a good idea to travel through the woods at night? It might be the better idea to do it at dawn.
Good point. Although, yeah, either way.
If we leave now, we could probably get to where we want to by nightfall. Set up camp.
Camp there, and then in the morning, let your owl tell us whether they leave.
The Vistani gave us a map, right?
Ezmerelda has a map.
Ezmerelda has a map.
You guys checking out the map? Cool. I'm going to bring you over to our main map here. And as you guys look at Ezmerelda's map, where you are in relation to, I can reveal a lot of area here. These woods go on for quite some ways. If you try to get through the woods from the encampment, I already did the distance. It's 3.5 miles you'll have to travel through the Svalich woods. If you head down the Svalich road a ways to this more thin area here, it's about 1.5 miles through the woods. And of course, you can always go around the bend if you'd like, which would be 2.5 to 3 hours of travel. Which I just realized mixing up my units like that is probably a little bit confusing. Through the Svalich woods, it's going to be more difficult movement, so probably looking at 3 to 4 hours of travel, I think, regardless of which way you take.
Is this green circle the Vistani camp?
No, that was an indication of where the party was. So you guys are right here in the encampment.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then Bone Grinder, the windmill, is right here.
Would Kasimir know how dangerous the woods are to go straight through? Absolutely.
Kasimir, there's a reason you were traveling along the main road when these guys encountered you. You're familiar with the woods, although you know that there is danger lurking potentially around every single corner. And things get real spooky in there, in the deep woods.
I recommend we take the road.
Agreed.
Go through Vallaki?
I prefer not to, but we can. Just go around.
There are trails from the Vistani encampment that go both west and east of Vallaki. So you don't need to go through there to get back to the main road.
I agree. I think that's a good idea. In fact, I will probably be taking my cart and the tiger and stopping in Vallaki for wood. So if you tell me where on the map we're staying, I can meet you there.
We should probably travel together. Let's just get your cart thing over with. I want to make sure this tiger is secure. Maybe there's somewhere in Vallaki you could store it for a price.
The tiger?
Yeah.
I don't trust Buttercup with those Vallakians.
I think that we can head down the road, yes, but going or taking the actual bends, I think it's too open. There's too much chance for eyes. I say we cross and stay close to this tree line where it is slim.
I
and
agree.
then we can...
Probably about where we'll camp out anyway. A couple.
Exactly.
That
Less
is a
than
good
a mile.
plan. I agree too.
Sounds good.
So we
Rohan,
don't have
do
to
you just
travel
want-
together. You can leave a marker for me on the Svalich road, and I'll know where to go off. Trust me, I'm a ranger. I can do this.
We've
Argal
encountered-
says, typical Mihai trying to run away again.
Did I run away last time? No, I came back.
Apparently you did run away because you're still standing.
Ah. This guy.
Mihai, leave the fucking tiger chained up on that tree. It ain't going anywhere.
You want to leave the tiger chained up on the tree next to your encampment. See, I cannot understand this, man.
I know you gave it the old evil eye.
I didn't have a choice.
So it's good for some time.
Just 24 hours. What if this takes longer? We don't know how long this engagement is going to last.
All of our cousins share this gift, Rohan.
They can control the tiger. Just leave it.
I'll tell my 3 brothers to keep an eye on the tiger. Not to get close at all or engage, but to keep an eye on it. And
An
at least
eye on the tiger.
Yeah.
As we go fight the hags. Please keep an eye on this tiger.
You don't think that maybe Buttercup might be an asset in killing these hags, though?
Didn't you just say that you didn't want to?
If it gets wounded, does it break the spell?
No. The evil eye should be constant no matter what, just the time thing. Not
Oh.
really concentration.
You could just send it in the front door.
Yeah, that's honestly what I was thinking.
I mean, if that's the case, then yes, it's a very valuable
Oh,
asset.
so now we want to bring the tiger and we all love her. I see how it is.
Well, you didn't explain the whole thing at first.
Yeah. Okay, well, just let's do this. I can bring her with me. I'll tie her up outside the Valaki. I will grab some lumber, and I have something to do over the night while we wait.
Just
It's not like I'm going to spend time talking to Aragol.
Just come with us, Rohan. You can get the wood later. You can just recast the evil eye if it falls short. If you've got the tiger with you, that works. We need to stay together. We don't... Odd things have been happening on the Svalich Road. Traveling by yourself could be a death sentence.
Okay, well, it'll take me 10 minutes, and once I get to Valaki, I'll buy my wood, and I'll load up.
It's going to take you
Oh.
longer than 10 minutes, and you know it.
And you
To
can't
buy
be
wood? Go on.
You can't be making a ruckus either in the woods.
I was just thinking that Rohan's going to do a construction project while you guys are camping out.
Yes, that will absolutely alert the hags. Just do this later, Rohan.
How good is their hearing? Damn.
Got power
They're hags.
Dun, 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 dun. Ow, damn it.
Okay, wait. That's 2 miles. They can't hear 2 miles.
They're hags, they have spies everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Just leave the project for later. For goodness sake, Rohan, please. You're already putting us through a lot with this stupid thing. Please.
This is making us more trouble. If the tiger, something happens, we could have more deaths. I don't want any more deaths on mine or Buttercup's hands.
We'll
That's
leave
what
the
I've
tiger or bring him with. Him or her. Him or her?
Yeah,
It's tiger.
her.
The choice is yours, but I agree with Juniper. We should not
Stick
do this
together.
lumber construction project that can wait.
It's fine. I'll bring the tiger though, but
We can stop by Valaki as a victory celebration on the way back.
sure.
Plus, if
Okay.
anything happens, I'm fairly certain I can restrain this tiger. So I've got something that might work. I was actually going to use it earlier, but someone stole my thunder.
Without hurting her?
Yes, actually.
Why didn't you say that? Come on, let's go then.
I can make it hurt if I need to.
Do we have horses still? We do, right? Okay. We can take our horses.
If they give them back to us, because I think they know that they're theirs.
2 of them aren't theirs though, right? Because we got 2 from the vineyard.
No, because we took 4 to the vineyard and you only needed 2 riding back.
We took 4 to the vineyard? Were
Yeah,
4 of those
'cause
horses from the Vistani?
All of them were from the Vistani,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh.
Because Monophan Ghost's horses were also from the Vistani.
Yeah.
Don't think I forgot about those horses, Mihai.
We'll walk or we'll ride, depending on what Mr. Big Strong Vistani wants to do.
Argyle, we riding or we walking?
I think we should walk this one. Don't want to risk the horses. Stay quiet.
Very well.
Be able to duck out of sight if needed.
Kasimir turns and starts walking. Starts whistling.
All right. So just to clarify the plan, everyone is walking, no stopping in Volaki, and you're bringing Buttercup with you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you guys depart the Costorari Vistani encampment, and we will take a 5-minute break as we depart down the Svalich Road, a very familiar path for our party.
Oh.
Walking. This is going to be awful.
Hey, ride your tiger.
Hags. Hags, hags, hags. Hags, hags, hags. Hags, hags, hags.
Oh, it was a mistake.
And tigers. Welcome back to the Emerald Dragon. Brad, take it away.
And tigers.
So that's the end of our session tonight. It's not getting any better than that. Great job, Paul. You should do it more often, I think.
Does he get another die of inspiration for that?
might be going the other way.
The inspiration, the anti-bard.
Well, my friends, you guys are heading down this Svalich Road. You travel for about an hour or so. I need somebody to please roll 1d12 for me.
I got it.
Yeah.
Anybody do it.
A 3.
3, okay. An uneventful hour passes. You guys are walking along. And traveling with Aragol, it's pretty awkward. He's got like a brooding presence, and he's clearly giving Rohan side-eye like every chance he can get. Really, like, it's almost like he's assessing Rohan, looking for his weakness or something. Like a stone-cold killer. But Aragol doesn't try to slit your throat. You guys continue traveling. Another hour goes by. Can I get someone else to roll the d12, please?
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, Kaylie, whatever number you roll on this, that's how many ancient green dragons show up.
Fuck! Oh, God.
All right, another hour passes and nothing eventful happens. You guys reach the spot on the Svalich Road, according to Ezmerelda's map, where the woods would be the most thin, the least amount of travel through to get to the other side. And I assume you guys are begin making your way into the woods.
I'll
Yes.
send Luna. I'll send Luna up ahead to kind of fly from tree to tree in the thick woods and see if she sees anything dangerous.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check for Luna.
Okay. She has advantage.
Sweet.
Keen hearing and sight.
Oh yeah. Gotta find those little mice.
Plus
If you're an owl.
22.
Okay.
Whoa.
The path ahead doesn't reveal any threats in this leg of the journey. There isn't a super clear pathway through the woods, so the movement is pretty slow going. There are rotted stumps and just trees that are hanging down almost like claws, and you guys are starting to, as you make your way in, it gets very dark, and the floor of the forest is like shrouded in this thin mist that kind of like wraps around your feet a little bit. It's very eerie and ominous. Luna, after another 30 minutes or so, still making her way ahead. You can go ahead, roll again for perception, Paul. for Luna. And I need someone else to roll a d12, please.
Another 22.
Okay, very good.
Rohan, you're up for the D12.
Oh
Do
boy.
it, buddy.
All right, Rohan, as you're walking along in the Svalich woods,
I cast Mage Armor for no reason.
I cast
Tiger
Mirror
close
Image
by.
and blink.
Rohan, something kind of glimmers and catches your eye, and it's only about 6 or 7 feet away from you, kind of like it's on a chain and it's dangling down from a branch. And as you look a little closer, it appears to be like a padlock, and it has like this like fine red like kind of vines wrapping around it almost. It's like that's the design of this lock, and it has like a keyhole in the middle of it.
And it's just hanging from a tree?
Yeah.
Oh, curious. He's gonna go up to it, and I mean, it just looks like a chain with the lock, so he's probably just gonna try to pull it down.
Yeah, you can easily.
Before that, perception roll.
A 20? Okay. Nothing looks particularly threatening as you approach it.
Okay.
And you're able to just reach up if you'd like. And
Yep.
it looks like it would just pull right off of the little branch that it's hanging on.
Hold
All
it
right.
down.
You take the lock. It's got a pretty solid weight to it. You get the impression that it would, let's say hypothetically, if you had a storage unit at the Arisec stockyard, like ain't nobody breaking into that.
Yep.
You had this lock. That's the feeling you get. It is locked shut currently. Like I said, there's a little keyhole.
He's gonna look around real quickly for a key. Don't worry, I'll catch up with you all later. Something caught my eye.
We'll use the 20 that you rolled for perception,
Okay.
and you survey the area, and there's no key to be found.
A master lock, but no key.
What did you find there, Mihai?
It's some kind of ornate decorative lock, but it looks heavy duty. He's gonna show it to Ezmerelda.
It's got a nice weight to it. The design on it looks really intricately made.
What the hell is something like this doing out here?
It's like a crimson red vines that just wrap all around. You can see like there's little leaf indications.
There's no patterns in it that would suggest any kind of arcana, are there?
Make an investigation check.
Uh, 15.
It appears to be mostly at random, just like a really cool design.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be magical. I hand it back.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what good a lock is without the key, but maybe I'll hold on to it.
I mean, it's on the chain. You could always give it a little spin and hit somebody with it.
This is true.
What did you find, Rohan?
This ornate lock here. You want to play with it? And he hands it to Juniper.
You didn't find a key?
Nah, no key. Looked everywhere.
When we make camp, I can try to open it if you want.
Please. It'd be nice. Maybe we could even make a key for it if you know how to, or it's in printing.
I can't make a key, but I've got a bit of a talent for locks. I'll hold on to it unless he takes it back and put it in my pocket.
You found a chain hanging from a branch. with a lock on it in the middle of the Svalich Woods.
Yeah, why? That's strange.
Does it make any sense to Kasimir? Any of the weird shit he's encountered?
It seems like a very random encounter.
Okay.
Let's put it that way.
Yeah, this is very strange. All right. I think we're almost there.
Indeed, yes. 30 more minutes or so. Some deep wood bushwhacking. Luna doesn't see any threats. Once again, she's up ahead. And you guys finally reached a clearing. The other side. And you see the road, which you are all familiar with. You know that you are still let's see here.
Is the turn order up?
About 1.5 miles away from the windmill.
I think maybe we'll go a little bit closer to a mile away.
Let's
Does that sound good?
Let's retreat back so the road is out of view, just so we are not spotted, and move a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to continue traveling through the woods?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Whereabouts do we want to end up?
Yeah, will you show me on the map?
I'd say about a mile away. Is that
Like-
here?
Or here?
Yeah, each
Yeah.
hex is a half a mile.
Yeah, so
Do
probably
we-
like right in here. Let me make that that's actually visible.
Here's the little player token.
Yeah. So yeah, about there, but far enough back that we can't be seen from the road.
Sounds good. All right, so continue to travel through the Svalich Woods. Would you like to send Luna up ahead again?
Sure.
All right, perception check for Luna, please, and one more D12 for me.
20.
I'll roll a d12 too. Let's see what happens.
7.
Once again, Luna doesn't see anything threatening along your pathway. You guys hear some wolves howling in the distance. That's a pretty common occurrence in the Svalich Woods. I would say you've heard that pretty much all the while during your travels. But alas, you reach a nice spot in the woods, and you can almost make out the windmill way off in the distance from this vantage point, kind of perched atop the hill.
Perfect.
But it seems that you've come upon a suitable place to set up a camp.
All right. I will communicate to Luna to go sit on a tree outside of the windmill and keep an eye on the door and come back if anyone leaves the windmill. If anyone leaves at all. Yeah.
Okay. Luna takes your command and flies away.
And I will begin to cast a little bit ways, making sure that it's not seen, or you can't really see this part from the road, just maybe like 30 feet from the path. I'm going to start casting Liamin's Tiny Hut.
Sweet.
Hey.
All right, you're able to do so.
What is that?
Come in, guys. It's safe in here.
What does it look like?
From the outside, it looks like it's camouflaged, like woodland. It's got like the trees and kind of rocks and different. It just looks like a dome that's colored like the woods.
Yeah, I'll hop inside.
I'll hop in.
From the inside, you see there's like this picturesque scene of Barovia, but it doesn't look anything like any of the places that you've seen currently. It looks like you see the mountaintops and the lake, and it looks pristine and beautiful. And it's just kind of this landscape picture of it. as if you were looking down from a mountaintop into Barovia.
You're a very talented magic user, Mr. Elf.
Well, I mean, why not have some beauty and enjoy it while you can here?
All right, so it's like as you described it, kind of like a skin that you're putting on, but you can still see, like, if there was an enemy or something, it's still transparent as the spell describes. Yeah, sure. I like that. I like that touch. Okay. Aragal chooses to remain outside the hut for some time. Yeah, you guys are free to do as you wish or pass the time to the next day, however you'd like to approach.
I'm going to use my thieves' tools to play with this lock a little bit.
Okay.
I'd like to, if I feel like the lockpick is coming up against too much force, if I get the sense that it's going to break, I would like to stop, if I could do that.
Sure. Will you make a check for thieves' tools, please?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Juniper, you play with the lock a bit, with a couple of lock picks, and doesn't take long to realize this lock isn't like any lock you've ever tried to pick before. You don't feel anything strange necessarily, like force or magic or anything like that. But the threads where you would expect to find them, it's like there are no threads. Like a key shouldn't even be able to work in this lock. If you found any key, it wouldn't make sense.
Rohan, you found something very, very odd. I have a hunch this is an unpickable thing.
Unpickable? Then that must mean it's unusable because it's locked now, isn't it?
It is. But hey, you found it in the woods at random. Maybe you'll find the key too.
All right. Thank you for trying.
Would have been useful in the taiga.
Maybe. And he's gonna fiddle around with it himself while he's gonna take a Buttercup on a walk.
Walk your
Stay
tiger.
out of sight.
I totally forgot Buttercup was with you guys so long ago. Yeah, so Buttercup's pretty chill. Follows you wherever you'd like to on a nice little leash.
He's making sure to be very attentive to her, giving her pets, belly rubs, a little bit of food here and there.
She actually like jumps on you at one moment and you think like your spell might be wearing off, and she just starts licking you all over your face.
Aww.
Like one of her paws is like halfway on you. It feels like it's gonna crush your ribs. She's so massive.
Buttercup, you're such a loving cat, aren't you? Let us actually, he's going to announce to his party that he's going to take Buttercup on a walk and go for a hunt. Maybe he can find some venison.
Do you want accompaniment?
No, I have my tiger. It's okay. We won't be far. We'll just stay in the area. Half a mile out.
When you get back, we need to talk strategy.
Da. And
Right.
you want me to roll survival for my hunt? And navigating the woods?
Are you trying to what degree are you hoping Buttercup will join you in this endeavor?
Not much. Maybe if they want to, they can, but like I'm sure Buttercup will get the idea if we're tracking around through the woods all stealthy. Hunt.
Make an animal handling check, please.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, and let's see a survival check from you, Rohan. All right. So you're like, Buttercup's kind of following you, like on a leash. You drop the leash and you start like getting into a hunting stance, and you make it kind of stealthily 20 yards deeper in the forest, and you're like, all right, I'm getting a nice read on this immediate area. It's perfectly quiet. I'll definitely hear any game if it appears. And while you're in that stillness, like Buttercup jumps up like right next to you and like lets out a just cuz.
Out.
Totally ruins any chance of hunting in that particular spot. Like she don't get it.
How long has it been since you've hunted, huh? That's not how we hunt. We have to be quiet. Shh.
Buttercup doesn't respond back in common. Nuzzles up against you a little bit. Very fond of you lately.
For now. We'll continue the hunt.
You do that. It's very much the same. You're trying to show Buttercup the ropes, more or less.
Damn it.
Very subdued.
Can I get a squirrel or something?
Make a perception check.
This is a bad
You
hunt.
don't see a damn thing. A tree branch moves, like the wind rustles some branches or something. You're like, but you're feeling like this isn't going to be very fruitful.
A ranger that can't hunt food. I'm just going to tell them I took her for a walk instead. And he'll come back to camp.
Sure. You said about a half hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You guys see Rohan approaching the hut with Buttercup.
Aragal's still outside.
About the time Rohan's coming up, he joins you guys in the hut. Says, I think this is going to be our day. I have a feeling. How are we going to do this? Rohan, you enter the hut around the time that conversation's taken off.
Okay.
I will get up next to this windmill. Juniper, Rohan, you have seen it, yes. Are there any sides do not have windows?
I did climb it. I would know that a few of the sides don't have windows, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I kind of will relay the layout of what the windmill looks like.
Sure.
All the nooks and crannies, how many towers it's got, windows it's got.
Absolutely.
All right.
Someone might need to paint a picture of what this looks like.
I take out some paper and I draw it. I'm a terrible artist, though.
I can get close without them seeing me, ideally. No windows will help with that, and then I can bind them within the windmill itself.
How?
Wow.
There is a spell that I know of called Magic Circle. It will hopefully. I am banking on the fact that they will be on the 10 feet closest to me of the windmill. But if they are, then they will be bound. They cannot leave willingly by non-magical means. It will be harder for them to transport or teleport or shift planes. If we are outside, they will have a harder time affecting us.
If they're outside, do we want to try to get them outside?
No, if we are outside.
If we are outside, got it.
Brad, actually.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me, Rohan and Juniper, some details about these hags? There are different kinds of hags. I want to make sure that I know what we are dealing with here.
Absolutely.
And, Brad, I would like to try and identify the type of hag based on what they can tell me.
You got it. Okay. So, just to be clear, you mean what information you've gathered so far with your interactions of these hags? Is that what you're trying to...
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, I mean, you guys know that they're pretty wicked spellcasters, all three. You know that through the intel that Ernst gave you, that, you know, the Coven rules apply to that major level spellcasting.
Sorry, I just reread the section of the spell. I don't actually need to do that. I thought it was choose one of the following types of creature, but it's choose one or more. So I can just say all of them.
It would just be fiends, right?
There is a type of hag that is a fey creature instead. So.
Gotcha.
But
yeah,
I don't have to specify. I can say all of the different types just to be sure.
It would trap a fey creature as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, sure. So not necessarily important. I don't think with the information your characters have gathered that you'd be like, oh, it's like type hag type 3. Like, I don't think you would take it that far to distinguish from other hags. If there's any specific questions you want to ask based off of certain, like, specific experience that you've had, that I can give more clarification, then maybe that would be more helpful.
All right, so you can entrap them, and then how long can you hold that for?
That lasts for 10 minutes. Or sorry, 1 hour. It lasts for 1 hour. But it will take me a full minute to cast.
So you're going to have an eye of sight on them for a minute?
I don't need to see them. I just need to have 1 minute at the base of the tower without them interrupting me.
All right.
That sounds like that will be the key to our plan, or the initiation.
And
So,
just be
go on.
ready. Sorry, Rohan, what was that?
Is our aim to divide and conquer? Do we want some outside before you trap them inside?
They are already going to be divided by the fact that one of them is leaving. If all
True.
three are not there, they will not be able to use the extra power that comes from their coven.
Okay. So the plan is to trap us inside the tower with them.
We will be able to enter and leave at will.
Okay.
This circle.
Will it affect any spellcasting from our side?
No. No. And in fact, if we are outside of the circle, as long as we are outside of it, they will have disadvantage on attack rolls against us, and we cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creatures.
Oh, that is actually
Nice.
very good.
But a lot of us are close quarters fighters. I assume that some of us at least will be entering the circle to deal with them directly.
I think that'll be fine. Based on what you've said, hopefully that'll give us the advantage.
So, you guys would know too, to relay to Ezmerelda, the ground floor is 15 feet in diameter, and it gets a little bit more narrow towards the top of the windmill. Keep that in mind for the limitations of the circle and how much area that will cover. And yep, that's all I wanted to say.
What was the diameter, Brad?
15 feet across.
So we either have to gamble and say, have me do it offset from the middle, and hope that they are in the side that I'm casting on when I finish the circle.
Or I can look at a window and see exactly where they are. That would be a little more risky. I'd like to say that I'm sneaky, but I haven't succeeded very much lately.
Let me look up one thing really quickly.
I don't know how many spells I have that can help with strategy. I've got some that hurt, and I've got one that can prevent them from casting spells, hopefully.
If there is a window on the ground floor, could you cast it inside of the windmill, Ezmerelda, and get the whole windmill?
If I was within 10 feet of the spot.
But you also can't be seen for 10 minutes, so... or 1 minute, sorry. That's not that long.
I can do that. The not being seen for 1 minute is not a problem, but the issue comes in the spell will require verbal components as well. So if I'm close enough to see in the window, they will be able to hear me. Unless one of you has some kind of sound preventing barrier.
I only have a sight preventing barrier. So I guess we're just banking on luck.
Cast it and run in.
I do have... No, that didn't work last time. I've got a darkness spell that can be handy and immensely annoying. It's kind of a last-minute effort thing. If we need to run. You look surprised.
Alternatively, when we enter, someone could attempt to force them into the circle if they are not in it. It will only prevent them from leaving. There's nothing to say they cannot enter that space.
Push them in.
Good to know.
So that is an option.
I will not be helpful there. I will probably be standing on the outskirts just throwing in missiles and the occasional fireball.
Be careful of the kids when you're throwing those fireballs.
Do we know what floor the kids are on? We know they're not on the first floor.
I think Ernst told you on the third floor. Is where
Floor.
the kids are.
So don't disrupt structural integrity. Got it.
Should I go straight to the kids?
We might need... I think we should all put our efforts into destroying the hags first, then go get the kids.
I would only make a move for the children if the hags do. Otherwise, we could just endanger them.
Okay. Third floor is pretty far up. They should be safe. Should be.
And as I said before, if they attempt to teleport up there, it will be harder for them to do so.
And if we need to, I can Misty step up there, grab them, and climb back down.
I can as well.
You can Misty step as well.
I can.
All right, so just to be clear what the plan is, actually, if someone would like to just lay it down. Actually, even better. Will someone please clarify what the plan is? Aragal says, as he's added nothing. We're going to trap them in, but the kids are inside that windmill too.
The circle will not affect them. It will only affect...
The hags are going to be right in there with the kids. How are you going to get clean shots off? What's the goal? Trap them in there with the kids and then try to take them out?
Actually, the circle is only 20 feet high. I believe the third floor is higher than 20 feet. So they will not be able to move through the circle to reach the children.
All right.
Then, once that is in place, I believe either Kasimir or Rohan will be kicking down the door.
I will definitely be storming, yes.
And
Bad memories.
you say that you would like to stay at the outskirts, Juniper?
Yes, where I have visibility.
Keep in mind that from what you have said, these windows are very small. It may be very difficult to get line of sight if you are far from the windmill itself.
I'll be as far as I can, but I'll get as close as I need to.
Might need you inside, at least in the doorway.
Doorway I can do.
You can run in and run out.
I do have a spell called Minor Illusion that can make a small noise. Would it be helpful at all if I made a noise inside the windmill to draw the hags to that point, and then you can cast your thing around them? Or is that too much?
We could have that as a backup plan. That's a good idea, Juniper.
If you were going to do that, it would be better to do it after the circle was in place.
Can they see the circle?
I do not. I am not sure.
When Ezmerelda begins casting the spell, if for some reason she is discovered, perhaps Juniper and I can create a distraction with our magics. Does that sound helpful?
Create a noise, yes.
If Ezmerelda is hiding near the back of the windmill, it should be fine. There's no other windows or entrances back there, correct?
I don't believe so, no. There wasn't any back doors or anything on the windmill?
No back doors. There's one main door, and then there's a window on the ground floor.
Well, we would also have to be close, and that means more stealth issues. So maybe we'll just wait in the woods.
That's quite a ways away from the windmill.
How stealthy can you be, Ezmerelda? Should we all come up with you and wait with you, or should we wait for you to cast the spell?
I am fairly stealthy.
Juniper, if maybe you could, do you think you could have a message link with Ezmerelda when she begins casting? I can run inside and cause a distraction. It's not like they'll expect the, basically a shield or a gate or a prison to be erected, would they?
I would need to be within 120 feet.
Hmm.
But we could have a signal.
The signal works too.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt for just one moment, though, but we did get our first subscriber.
What?
Oh, shit!
I'll say, you guys are going to love this guy's name, too. Douche Baggins.
Hey.
That's not Luke, is it?
No.
Okay.
Everybody say
Douchebaggins.
thank you, Douche Baggins.
I've seen
Thanks,
you hanging out in the
Douchebaggins.
art
Thanks,
streams.
douchebaggins.
Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate
Hell
this,
yeah.
everybody.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Does he get
man.
an NPC?
Yeah.
In honor of Douche Baggins, let's go fight some hags.
Get some Douche Haggins.
We do it for douche now.
You should make an NPC character called Douchebaggins, Brad, at some point in the
I might
campaign.
have to. Maybe I'll just reskin one of the ones you've already met.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I went by Rictavia before, but Douche Baggins.
People told me it fits.
All
Dude,
right.
Look at that first. Literally.
Yeah, first, dude. No one
First.
else will have that flair. That's amazing. That number one forever. Forever in my heart. DB. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Invigorating stuff. So you go up to the tower, which is about a mile away, cast your spell. It's going to take us quite a while to get up to you, so I think we should all go up at the same time, but towards the back of the tower, where they can't see us coming.
Yeah, wherever there's no windows.
Whichever side has no windows.
As quietly as possible.
Well, we are getting ahead of ourselves, so we still have to make sure that the grandmother or whoever she is leaves.
Yes. If she doesn't leave, we just come back tomorrow and do it all over again, yes?
Yes.
About this time, Luna flies back to you, Kasimir. And I believe Luna can just telepathically relay the information, right?
I don't think she can talk.
Okay.
I assumed that if she comes back and lands on my shoulder and kind of looks at me, that someone has left or the windmill, like I had told her.
You'd have to assume that if she can't really communicate anything else.
Okay.
Do you have like a visual link? Because don't certain pet users have like some kind of visual or mental link?
Yeah.
Can't you see through her eyes?
100 feet.
Oh.
So I'm like, I look startled when this happens, and I'm like, someone's leaving right now. And isn't it like the evening, Brad?
It is, yeah. The last bits of daylight have recently gone.
Do you want me to stick my head out of the tree line, see if I can see them walking down the path?
I believe we were told they leave in the morning and return in the early afternoon, unless I am wrong.
It might just be one of them just leaving. It's not odd to leave a house, but I'm curious.
Well, should we wait till tomorrow, or is now the time to attack? If one is left.
No, it's not the time to attack. 'Cause they might just be going to the weird altar in the back and then coming back up. I do believe they drop off children's teeth there.
If you go, do not be seen.
I won't. I'm just going to go to the tree line and just check. Just see if what they're doing.
Juniper, I'll take a perception check from you, my friend.
Would love to.
It's still quite a far way away. It might be kind of difficult to really get a good idea. It's also up on a hill, so...
My eyes dilate.
I'm going to send Luna up and also get a glimpse from Luna's eyes.
Absolutely. I'll take a perception check from Luna as well.
20. Natural 20.
All right. Juniper, you're squinting and you're just not able to see much. Like the what is it? The arms on the windmill kind of move a little bit, but that's all you can really make out. Luna, however, flies high up above, gets a good read with owl vision, just kind of zooms in, and there's just some stirring about the windmill. You see one figure that had left and just kind of walked around a little bit, and then after some time, like, enters the windmill once more.
Okay.
So with that, you can assume that Luna just saw some activity.
All right. Seems like they're just walking around the windmill.
That's what I figured, yes. All right.
Send Luna back in the night then, and we wait.
Wait till morning.
All right. Get comfortable.
Do we need to take watch while we're in this thing?
We do not.
Are you sure?
Did anybody bring any fucking wine?
Juniper hides her
did.
flask. Who knows?
Rohan says, I'm sure Juniper brought some. And he kind of looks at Juniper and winks at her.
Oh, I did, but there was a hole in the water skin and it all leaked out on the way here.
Oh, what a pity.
Mm-hmm.
Make a deception check, Juniper.
That is a charisma-based skill, so I do believe I have disadvantage.
You do have to.
Hag curse. Hag curse.
You said deception, correct?
Correct.
I do have a +7. 12.
Ergo, Oh my god, rolled so bad on insight. It all spilled out. Are you kidding me?
Barovia is a dangerous, cruel place. Steals the most basic of pleasures from us.
It's getting more dangerous every day. God, not another wine down.
I sneakily take a swig from my flask, put it back.
Rohan's just kind of giving her a side look like, can't believe you got away with that.
I have disadvantage, but I still have +7, bitch.
If you're gonna sneakily take a sip, I'll need a sleight of hand check.
Oh no!
Versus
That's not disadvantage.
versus passive perception.
Oh no!
No idea.
What did you just drink then?
Water. What else would I drink?
I don't know. Definitely not wine. It all spilled out on the floor. The forest. You know what? If I had to guess, somehow it's Mihai's fault.
Makes sense to me too.
Juniper's about to
Asshole.
make a snarky remark, but she closes her mouth.
Erigal spits on the floor. Disgusted. Looking at
Ugh.
Mihai. Well, who's taking first watch?
I will.
Well, according to the wizard, we don't need to.
We'll be
Oh,
sleeping
great.
here.
Ezmerelda, I was also thinking about taking first watch, actually.
Oh no. Maybe we just let them take the watch.
You know, we could get outside of this hut, breathe some fresh air, go on a walk. Looks like the moon's out tonight.
Oh no!
And you know what roams the woods when the moon is out in Barovia.
Well,
I thought you were smarter than that, Aragal.
maybe it's time to unleash the beast.
This is why none of us play bards.
Do I make you nervous, Ezmerelda?
Ugh.
No, Aragal, you make me laugh.
So what do you say? Are we going to do this?
I'm saying get some sleep. I've got the first watch covered.
It's awfully hard to sleep without any wine, but it's all good.
I'm sure you will manage.
Hey, you guys make sure that Mihai over here doesn't murder me in my sleep, all right?
I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you, Kasimir. He's got his bedroll out. He's ready for bed. He's like kind of looking at Ezmerelda longingly for a few minutes and then kind of fucks off.
Guess I'll get some sleep.
I know we don't need to, but Juniper will volunteer to take second watch, just as a precaution.
Sure. I assume you guys are just all going to do shifts tonight. And you're all staying within the hut as well?
Yep.
Okay.
While I'm on watch, I'll just periodically step out, do a circle, just make sure I can't hear anything, and
Sure. Yeah, go
Step
ahead
back
and make a perception check for me. That sounds good.
only a
All right.
9.
You hear a lot of things. Rustling of leaves, cracking of twigs, wolves howling in the distance.
Snoring
The
of
wind.
Aragal.
Argal snoring, sawing logs. Juniper purring weirdly at odd moments. I assume that's a thing when Juniper's sleeping.
I like to think it's cute, but whatever.
It is, yeah. So, yes, nothing comes to pass in your watch. And in fact, just to expedite things, maybe a wolf passes by or a couple do at some point. That's very common in these woods. However, there's no threat to you guys within this tiny hut. And at a certain point, the hut will drop after 8 hours, I believe. So, Kasimir, if you'd like to make it to daylight, you'll have to recast the tiny hut as you did so initially when it was dusk. So, to get you through to the morning, I assume that happens. You guys maintain your cover. And
when I do that, I'll send Luna out to watch for any hags that might leave and say the same thing. Just come back, just like you did.
Sure. So Luna does not come back for the duration you specify. Upon first light, she does come back, but I assume there's a understanding there, like take the shift and come back kind of thing. So the first light of day is indeed upon you guys.
Oh, Luna's going to stay until one hopefully leaves.
She's going to camp out the whole time for several hours?
Yeah,
Okay.
Until we're going to wait there throughout the morning and throughout the afternoon until one leaves or doesn't leave.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Well, after the first light of day, a couple hours go by, and Luna returns.
All right, guys, it's our lucky day. The owl's back.
Do we still want to take a look, see if we can see her moving out with the cart? Make sure it's not a fossil lamb.
Do it now and move quickly.
I'll send Luna up again and look through her eyes this time.
All right, Kasimir does his thing. His eyes go back into his head, completely disregarding his immediate surroundings, peering through the eyes of this familiar. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Ugh, only 12 this time.
All right. Not so good, but you're able to see one figure moving down the primary pathway from the windmill towards the Svalich Road at this time.
Heading north or like towards Valaki or towards Barovia?
As you watch for 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, she does indeed take the eastward route and heading towards Barovia.
All right, I snap out of it. Looks like she's heading towards Barovia. Now is our opportunity.
Let's
Right.
move.
Stealth, everybody.
All right, you guys make your way to the proper Svalich Road, or are you going by the tree line? How are you going to approach the actual...
So, gonna go by the tree line to get to the section, like behind the section where there's no windows, and then move from the tree line to the windmill.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, so the back of the windmill is closest to the tree line. Yeah, so from this little let me show you here. This bend in the road here.
We're not on that screen.
Oh. You guys want to see what I'm doing over here on the main map? So, what was I saying? The bend in the road here, that's going to be a vantage point for no windows. And same with the opposite side of the windmill. From the very back, from the tree line, there's going to be a window, and from the front, there's going to be windows.
Okay, and is this slope down from the windmill? Or is it above the windmill?
The windmill is perched up atop a hill, and then it kind of slopes down. It's nothing like Yester Hill or anything. It's quite reasonable to make your way up.
Okay, then I think we're going to take the tree line to like here.
Okay.
Move on the road there, keeping low, and then move up the hill towards this side.
All right, sounds good. If you guys would like to make a round of stealth checks, now would be a good time.
Or should we stay in the trees on the opposite side and only Ezmerelda goes in?
But we agreed we all wanted to go there so that we could all start fighting once she puts up the barrier.
All right.
Shit stealth.
Wow. You're
20.
not ghost anymore.
Miracle, Jesus.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Rohan, Mihai, shut the fuck up. Just follow my steps. Pretty all right overall. Are you using Luna for anything at this time?
Yeah, I'll have. I guess not right now. I'll just have her circle around, I guess.
She's gonna be circling the top of the windmill.
No, I'm gonna keep her on me, on my shoulder.
Okay, sounds good. All right, you guys, quiet enough, securely enough. You make your way up the hill, and you are now level with the windmill. I just have to show you a little scene of what it might look like.
Yes, the painting.
Oh,
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Airing out
that's so cool. That is
the
awesome.
windmill
Oh man,
I'm so creeped out.
for you guys.
that's so cool.
That oil on canvas. It's beautiful.
That oil on canvas, bro.
That oil though.
So, you guys are all on the hilltop with the windmill. At this point, there's very little cover to be found. There are a few large stones. You guys should be able to see better on this map, kind of what the area looks like around. Some stone covers, some bushes and things. Otherwise, it's very open.
And we would be approaching, like, this side, correct?
Yeah,
Can we like hide behind this rock here?
absolutely.
Let's all hide behind that, or in the brushes. One of the two.
I've been describing a window on the first floor, and the map doesn't actually show it, so I'm just gonna like draw this little spot, the window.
Oh, that's the window?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so okay.
So,
Before Ezmerelda, like right before she takes off, Rohan needs to speak with you.
yes.
Oh, he is going to. Well, Ezmerelda, I appreciate what you're doing for us, and I wanted you to go with as much protection as I can offer. 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Cool. A very subtle pulse of energy encapsulates Ezmerelda. She is now protected from evil and good.
Nice.
Thank you.
Protecting her against fiends in this case.
And he's going to do the same for Juniper also, just because he cares for Juniper so much. And then that's it.
It's concentration, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Only one. Yeah, never mind. So just on Ezmerelda then.
Mihai, you don't even know what you can do.
I feel that he touches me and nothing happens, and I just look at him like, what?
Yeah. Rohan notices at a certain point, he's like, oh, and then he like turns it into like a shoulder squeeze.
You're gonna be all right.
I'm still mad at you for the tiger. What did fuck you stop it?
Awkwardness.
It's okay.
All right.
You're so tense.
She's very tense.
Yeah, Juniper's like, I'm ready.
Cat
Like-
hair. Like
The cat hair gets up and my ears go back.
So, I would like to, as stealthily as I can, approach right here.
Okay. Just straight up stealth.
Yeah.
Another stealth check, please.
Be better this time, stealth check.
Oh!
25.
Oh.
Holy smokes.
I thought that was going to be the nat 1 for sure.
Hey, knowing me, that usually would have been, so...
You guys see Ezmerelda. It's as if she's like floating on top of the ground, how quiet she's moving. She just effortlessly makes her way all the way to the side of the windmill.
Oh.
Alright, then as an action, I would like to cast Greater Invisibility and then immediately begin casting Magic Circle.
Why didn't you cast that before the stealth check?
Because it only lasts 1 minute. And this casting time is 1 minute.
Oh!
She's a
Sweet.
smarty. Oh, that way she can look in the window.
Oh, can we see if you're invisible or not?
You can
We just-
slowly see me disappear.
Oh, that's our
you
cue
walk
then.
here and just
She didn't say she could do that.
As soon as she becomes visible, I'm storming the door.
Yeah,
Kasimir, you're behind me.
Yep.
I'll follow you.
Aragol, don't fuck things up for us.
God, boys, play nice.
Yeah, Ezmerelda, I'm going to say with that amazing stealth check too, you go invisible and you're even able to like very quietly mutter the needed incantations for your spell. And after 1 minute, coinciding with the moment Ezmerelda appears again, you guys see the side of the windmill is like covered with these glyphs, these kind of glowing, strange, ethereal glyphs 20 feet up the second floor of the windmill. And you start to hear some rustling inside, Ezmerelda.
Go,
Run.
go.
I'm casting spells on the way.
Yeah, I'm prepping.
Should we, are we rolling initiative before we bust in or after?
Yeah, we're gonna have to roll initiative. They're aware something is amiss in this one, guys. So I'm just gonna straight up hit that battle track button. It is going down right here. Let me clear out this turn order once more.
I'm inside.
I do have Luna here on the map too.
Yeah, I still can't control her.
All right, I'll try to fix that at some point, but it might not be terribly important.
Fine.
For today. All right.
Oh my god, I cannot roll initiative for nothing.
Natural 20.
Nice. Wow, nice initiative, guys.
Thanks.
It's an average.
5.
Yeah. Well, there's always next time. Gotta add the other hag in there. All right. It begins. Let me roll some initiative here. 19 and 11.
Antha, that's a good name.
And Aragol needs initiative. 10. All right.
Can we have one round of spell casting as we ran up?
I suppose, yeah, as you're running up. But as far as attacking goes, I don't know how effective that would be, not knowing where your targets are.
No, it wouldn't be attacks. These would
No, I cast mage armor on myself.
be, I cast
Absolutely.
mirror image and blade summon for my first round.
Okay. Anything else, guys, before we dive in? All right, so as you're the first one to hear this, the rustling inside Ezmerelda, you're also the first one to act. What would you like to do?
I would like to circle around to this window right here. And looking in, do I see any hags?
There is, in fact, one hag, one of the younger hags. She's on the ground floor. looking perplexed. She's looking all over, and you can see the runes, the glowing glyphs and everything on the floor. She's in fact captured by the spell as intended.
Excellent. I will go ahead and cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Magic missiles at 2nd level. Absolutely. Go for it, dude.
So that will be 13 force damage total to the hag.
So 4 points of light impact the hag. The hag. What is this? Anything else, Ezmerelda?
I will use my remaining... How big is this window?
It's not very big. And one thing that's notable, there's a rack of freshly baked dream pastries sitting on the windowsill.
Oh, no.
The window's probably like 2 feet high, maybe?
Okay, so it would be a pain in the ass to climb through.
Especially with gear and things that I assume you're carrying. Yeah, definitely.
Alright, then I'll use my last 5 feet of movement to go... Well, come on, Grid, you can do it. Go there, and that will be my turn.
All right, sounds good. So, is there any way, Alex, you could draw me a 10-foot diameter circle?
Absolutely.
Maybe from this point on the wall? Just a blank inner, and just like maybe a green or a yellow or something. So Rohan, not quite busted in, or you know what? Might as well. Shit.
Because I figured if we had an order to go in, then the initiative would pick up once we were inside.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good enough. She gets impacted by these missiles soon after Rohan busts in the door. She's like, "You came back? We're just innocent pie makers." And she is actually going to shoot a magic missile at you, Rohan.
Okay. And
that is an automatic hit, so no disadvantage in this case. And the 8 points of force damage impacts you, Rohan, just right in the chest as soon as you bust open the door. And she says, "Bella, call Mother back here." And
call Mother.
That'll be the end of her turn. Kasimir.
All right. I will run inside the windmill.
Kasimir, she plans on calling the Mother. Go upstairs. Is what he would say when he came in.
Okay. Where's the other one? I'm gonna circle around. Am I still in range if I start going up the steps?
If you go up the steps and then out of the range, you're gonna take an opportunity attack.
How about where I am right now? Am I still in?
You would be fine right where you're at.
Okay. Can I kind of see up in the other room from this spot?
Not too much. You see a wall. It kind of like the staircase is a curved one.
Is it dim light in here?
I would say that no, there's torches and it's light time. It's light outside as well.
Okay. By the way, Luna has a 13 initiative.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Okay, I will cast Shadow Blade for my bonus action. And then I will use Booming Blade, the cantrip.
Ooh.
Nice. All right.
So that is make a weapon attack. 10 plus. Um, 10 plus 7. 17.
17 a hit?
Yep.
That hits. Roll for damage, please.
All right. So 15 psychic damage and 5 thunder damage, and now she is marked with thunder energy.
Cool.
For the DM's perspective. If she moves, she takes another 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay, sounds good. Please remind me of that. We're going to have a lot going on in this battle.
I will remember.
15 plus 5, you said, so 20 points total?
Yep.
Okay. Damn, that's a nice one. Ah! Just thrashing about. Man, imagine just going about your day and getting assaulted in your own house.
Cutting up kids, turning them into pies, and then some asshole comes in and tries to kill you.
Rohan, that's going to bring us to you, buddy.
Rohan is going to use, for both his main turn and bonus turn, he's going to do Hunter's Mark and Slayer's Eye on this hag here.
Is Slayer's Eye a bonus action?
Let's see here. Well, Hunter's Mark is...
Hunter's Mark is a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
You can
And...
bonus actions in one.
Oh, okay, I guess it is. Yes, they have to wait. So yeah, he'll do a Hunter's Mark and
Might as well attack.
try and get a silver short sword attack in.
11 is a miss. She's just thrashing about, just got cut up by Kasimir, and a bit hard to strike.
Okay, and that would be his turn.
Don't you get another attack?
Bonus action, or
Yeah,
Do
that
you?
was my attack. Well, actually,
I thought
I think that was my attack.
when you take the attack action, do you get another attack?
As a ranger?
It's the extra attack, but isn't the extra attack part of the bonus action?
Yes.
Yeah, so
But when you take a normal attack, you get 2 attacks, right?
Only certain classes get that.
I thought he did as a ranger. Maybe not.
because it's got to be the. See, I have fighting style.
I thought rangers got extra attack along with barbarians and fighters.
I always thought the second attack was just added for an extra for the bonus action, but
Well, if it's an attack action, you get multi attacks. A bonus action is still a separate thing from that.
oh, okay. So maybe okay, it would be 2 attacks then.
I mean, we've only played 13 sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get extra attack at level 5. You have 2 attacks.
Okay. Sorry, we did just get level 5.
23 to hit. That's a hit, buddy. 8 points of damage.
Yay! And then 1d6, so 9.
All right. Yeah, you guys are just carving this hag up. After you have impacted her 3 times now, I believe, she drops the form that she's had, kind of like a frumpy younger woman, into this disgusting, sickly hag being with warts all over her face and just greasy black hair and slimy skin. And she's like,
Ugh.
right in your face, Rohan. You get like the yellow tooth breath. It's really nasty.
Rohan, you want to back up?
Ah. You have to.
I said, I got this. I kind of smile, grin at Rohan.
All right, that'll bring us to Luna.
Luna is gonna fly in and find a owl perch.
All right, yeah, I think on somewhere in the maybe on top of a cabinet or something. There's a spot.
All right, and she is going to hold her swoop until my next attack.
Okay, sounds good. Aragol is gonna run in beside Mihai over here, and let's see. All right, he's gonna take a short sword attack. You guys will see that there's some poison in the description. That's not gonna be a factor. We're gonna say he has a silvered short sword for this one. He makes 2 short sword attacks, missing both of them in this case. There's so much going on, so much commotion. He does not land his attack.
When he does get inside, if you didn't hear, Rohan just conveys that the other hag is upstairs and she's trying to contact the mother.
Okay, sounds good. The other hag, it's her turn from upstairs here. I'm going to reveal this part of the map now that it is relevant to do so. Second floor. And I think I can just copy and paste that circle roughly in the same area there. Yeah. So she is standing at the base of the stairs to go up to the next floor. And she's going to hold an action for whoever appears first on the second level. Juniper, that'll bring us to you.
Is there any way I heard him say, call the mother second floor from where I am, or am I too far away?
You're
Cat
outside.
ears.
Yeah, I have cat ears, but there's nothing statistically that says I have good hearing.
There's so much commotion going on. What's your... I'm just going to say you're out of range, Juniper. There's too much happening.
No worries. All right, I will move to the front door. And for now, I will just do magic missile at second level.
All right, go for it.
So I believe that's 4.
You can click your magic missile button and cast it at second level. That would be expeditious and most wonderful.
Whoops. See, mine only do it one at a time is the thing.
Huh, strange. Link up with Alex after the session.
I shall. All right, let me just do my rolls. 4, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. All right, another 4 missiles impact this hag. Just getting demolished.
And Rohan, do you yell at me as soon as I come in the door, or no?
Yes. Anybody that comes in that hasn't heard yet.
Okay. And then I'm gonna start making my way up the stairs. So I think that'll be. I can get to about where he is.
Yeah. Are you able to occupy the same
No.
space as your...
No. So I'll stand right behind him.
All right. Sounds good. Brings us back up to the top, I believe, Ezmerelda.
All right. First, I would like to use some movement. So 30 feet takes me to the door. Then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Correct me if I'm wrong, but another 30 feet of movement from the dash action should get me up onto the second level, correct?
Seems about right.
Alright, then I will do that.
Very good. So, Ezmerelda dashes right past you guys, just shoving her way through. And Ezmerelda, as you get to the second level, you turn your head and you see one of the hags just looking at you with an outstretched hand. And magic missile comes right at you.
Rude.
8 points of force damage, Ezmerelda. And, yep, that's not her turn, so that's just her held action. So you get blasted as soon as you reach the second floor. As soon as you get up there, too, you see there's like a grindstone up there. A bunch of different like ingredients kind of strewn about, like some weird powdery substance. Some small bones and things on the floor too. It's pretty sick.
All right. Never mind. I'm going to assume that that is an action, not a bonus action. So that will be... That will be my turn.
Kasimir.
I'm gonna up on the stairwell, like holding my sword out. I'm gonna look at the hag and kind of say, "Uh-oh, look out behind you." As Luna like comes in and starts raking the back of her head, and then I just take my slash right at her face.
Cool. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Natural 20.
Holy smokes! What is the 3d20?
That is the first time I
A1
used
plus
my
7.
Elven accuracy feat. Did you see that on my character sheet?
I'm aware of the Elven accuracy feats. Let me just read it really quick just to double check that.
When you roll with advantage,
Roll with dexterity, I assume.
20. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Reroll one of the dice. Nice, dude. Awesome. Yeah. Natural 20. It's a crit.
All
Go
right.
ahead, roll for damage.
So 23 psychic damage. Now, how do you want to play the crit? Is it because this is
the 23 psychic is from the Dusk blade. Is that correct?
all it is it's psychic. It's 3d8 is the weapon attack.
Okay? Yeah, it's max damage on the crit, and then plus your extra.
So
23.
3d8 is 24 plus 28.
Holy shit, that seems pretty OP, huh?
That's
Well, you know what? The monsters can do it too, I assume. So
Okay. All right then. That would be a 52 damage.
holy
what?
Psychic.
yeah, this hag just totally reels from that strike. And Kasimir, you like channel this extra force somehow to do that. She's not quite done, but she looks severely injured from that point.
All right. Kasimir just smiles and raises his sword.
Awesome. All right. That brings us to her turn. She is like so injured. She is looking around just completely desperately, and she's gonna try to escape this ring. I believe she needs to make a charisma saving throw to be able to do so.
Yeah, if she is attempting to...
She's attempting to reach the ethereal plane.
then yes, she needs to make a charisma saving throw. And that will be DC 14, I believe.
She rolls a 16.
Can I counterspell?
I don't believe this is a spell, actually. In this case, it's not a spell, unfortunately.
Okay.
You get
get
attack of
excited.
opportunity.
Yeah, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Not in this case. She's not just like
Okay.
simply moving away. She like completely disappears like before your eyes. All right, so that hag just completely like she's dipping. Severely injured. The last you saw her. Rohan, that'll bring us to your turn.
What the fuck just happened?
She shifted.
Shit. Rohan's going to, I guess, run up the stairs now.
All right, Rohan runs up the stairs. That's 30 feet of movement to bring you basically to the landing of the next level.
Okay. Can you see the hag from here?
He can.
Okay, then we'll do Slayer's Eye on her also.
Okay.
And that would be his turn.
Sounds good. All right. That brings us to Luna once more.
She'll fly upstairs and she'll hold her action for the next attacker. Whoever the hag is.
Okay, sounds good. Erigal runs up as well to the next level, and he can get to about just beyond Ezmerelda. And he will also just be waiting there with his sword. case of confrontation. And that brings us to this hag here, seeing you guys, hearing the screams of her sister beneath the floor. She actually runs up to the next level. Out of your guys' sight. And you guys hear her start like fiddling with some stuff upstairs as her action. And then you hear a child screaming from upstairs. And that will be her turn. Which brings us to Juniper.
Oh god. Okay, hold on. You can double your speed until the end of your turn. Would you say, because I'm having a little trouble calculating the measurements, if I had 60 feet of movement, would I be able to get up to her? I think so.
Yeah, that seems about right.
All right, I will use feline agility to go double my movement, so I will go up to the top floor with her.
Sure.
Wherever that be.
Yeah, we got it revealed here on the map.
Oh, it'd be there.
Yeah, so she's about right there, and you'd be like coming right up the stairs.
Right up the
Probably
stairs.
like right there.
Yeah. And I will
The first thing you see is you come up there, she's like just in the progress of opening one of a couple cages that are upstairs, and the cage has a child within.
Juniper's just gonna yell, "Hey, bitch! Get ready for pick on someone your own. Fuck you with a stupid curse." I'm gonna try something. I'm going to use my action to summon my shadow. I'm going to have my shadow go directly in front of her. And I'm going to have my shadow use Strength Drain. It gets a +4 to hit on this. 10.
A 10 does not hit.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to have my shadow find a shadowy spot and do the hide.
All right. Can it just hide at will?
There is dim light or darkness. So if there's a shadow, basically, I think.
Yeah, in this case, I mean, there are shadows in the room per se, but there's light coming in from the different angles on this floor. I don't think it's particularly dark, but we'll say that the shadow like just kind of rests on the opposite wall, if that's okay.
I think I'll actually have it go back downstairs then, out of her line of sight.
The guys that are on floor number 2, you just see a shadow that resembles Juniper like running down the stairs and then like holding a position.
Mortal Kombat stance.
And I will...
does it have its own initiative now, or it moves with you?
It doesn't say in the description, but for ease sake, could we say it goes on my turn? Or I can roll initiative if you like. I don't have a token for it.
Let's have it go on your turn.
Okay.
Great. Okay. Ezmerelda.
Brad, did the hag that shifted move?
She just it was stationary. She didn't move any direction. Yeah. Ezmerelda.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Would I have to take a dash action to get to this square right here? Stairs
I don't
are...
know. We have rulers for this, and you don't have to keep it in a straight line. You can like click it on the relevant things and bring it up.
15 there. And I guess not. If I can hop this banister.
I think you'd be like just behind Juniper. Your head would be like in the room, and you could like see through the railing, if that's sufficient. Another thing too, it's just really tight quarters. I think that's going to impact your movement a little bit.
Yeah. I will take a bonus action dash. And if I can...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sweet. So that would be an extra, like, 10 feet of movement, and then I'll move over here. And... that's my turn.
Kasimir.
I am going to stay right where I am and cast Blink.
Okay, sweet. Do you have to roll for that? You have to roll.
End of my turn, yeah. So that's right now.
Oh,
This would be
Blink.
so cool if it works.
I stay right there, which is fine.
Right in that moment, but blink lasts for a little while.
It lasts for quite a while.
Cool.
Yep.
I like
I'm
where you're
done.
going with that. That'll be cool. So,
I actually couldn't have attacked if I blinked anyway, so I didn't want to blink.
you can't attack if you're on the ethereal plane?
I can. Well, I can hold my action, I believe, until I see them.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, that brings us to Rohan.
If Rohan was to make a dash upstairs, is there a way he can fit himself in between the hag and the cage? Is there room for that?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
If Rohan were to dash upstairs, is there a way he can place himself in between the hag and the cage where the child is?
Hag like has her hands like right next to the child at this point. I don't think there's a way to do that unless you like knock her hands back and engage her, then for sure. But
Yeah,
in terms
couldn't
of
do
like,
that in a dash.
in between,
Yeah.
you'll be standing right next to her with the dash. Within 5 feet, I guess you could say.
Okay. He's instead going to run up the stairs. He'll be right about here at the base. Can he see her from here?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that is where he's going to use Hunter's Mark on her.
Okay.
And then that should be his turn.
All right. Aragol's going to take a play out of Ezmerelda's book. Surprise, surprise. Jumps over the banister. That'll be 15 feet. I know this is really hard to visualize at all. I'm going to say he just like gets right up in there. Just using his straight movement. And he is going to take 2 attacks with his short sword. Leave her alone! 20 to hit. Okay, the first one hits. He slams his silver short sword, slashes her right across the back. 7 piercing damage. I use the verb slashing, but it's piercing damage for those keeping score. And he actually has a feature, sneak attack.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
Oh no.
4d6 damage.
Do it. Twist.
Not the best, but another 10 damage as he just twists his short sword right in her back, and as she does, her illusionary form drops and she turns into the sickly hag, very similar to the one downstairs. Just this disgusting slimy hag standing right in front of you guys, and Ergo withdraws his sword, says, "Don't fucking touch her!" And that brings us to her turn, actually. She's still standing. She with the sword in her back, and she grabs the child and turns around, and she has her hag claws right up against the child's throat. Says, "Who wants to make a deal?"
Oh, not again.
The child is wide-eyed, like so scared, so terrified.
No.
And that'll end her turn, actually. It brings us to Juniper.
Shit. I am not directly in front of her, correct? Yeah, no, I'm not. Would you?
It looks like it to me.
Would you say I'm directly in front of her? Just from where I'm standing, or at least kitty corner
beside her, yeah.
beside her. Okay.
Yeah. She turned around and is facing Ergo, let's say. So you're like in front of her, 45-degree angle kind of thing. Look at that battle on that third floor. It's a lot going on.
I am going to prepare. I'm going to prepare Phantasmal Force. I'm going to prepare Phantasmal Force for if she goes to hurt the child. As well as I'm going to have my shadow come up. And if it can, I will have it prepare its strength drain for if it goes to attack the child as well.
Okay. I will say, with her claws, like right pressed up against the child's neck, it is prepared to hurt the child at any moment. So I would say, Juniper, if you think there's a chance for negotiations in this case, then go ahead and hold your action. Otherwise, I would recommend maybe just going for it.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force on the switch.
All right.
She needs to make an intelligence saving throw, DC 15.
All right. And hags do have advantage against spells.
They do. Okay.
Intelligence DC 15.
15.
All right.
Come on.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Okay.
She just shakes her head off and looks right at you, and her claws get even closer to the child's throat.
I have my shadow stand beside me, and he's still gonna hold his action. She's gonna hold her action for if she kills the child, because that's a little more physical.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. He's just gonna go for it.
All right.
I'm so iffy here, but let's
Please
see what
do
happens. Oh, hell yeah. 23.
That hits.
The witch takes 4 necrotic damage, and her strength score is reduced by 3.
Okay, good to know. Good, she had a +4 on strength, so let's see. The score, the ability score, or the raw stat?
It just says on the shadow, it just says the strength score.
So not the modifier.
Gotta be the modifier, right? Okay, so it's a +1 in case that comes into play later.
Okay. If it hits 0, she dead.
All right, sounds good. That brings us high stakes round here, folks. Ezmerelda.
Okay. I would like to use my action. There's no way I could touch the child, is there? Actually, I'm within 5 feet. Is it possible?
It is possible that you could touch the child, but know that the child is clasped tightly in one arm of the hag.
Yes.
It's very risky, but you can do it.
I would like to cast protection from evil and good on the child,
Okay.
giving any attacks against the child by fiends disadvantage.
All right. Interesting.
Okay.
Misses a point blank claw.
I don't know if this is the right call, but I'm doing it!
So the child is currently, I guess, grappled, you'd say, or restrained. Attack rolls would have advantage against it, so that cancels it out with protection from good and evil. Okay.
Shit, I didn't think about that. Damn it. Alright. That's my turn.
Kasimir.
You can run, but you can't hide. I'm gonna hold my slash and try to blink. Would you allow me to add my inspiration to my blink roll?
Yeah, that was what you got it for, right?
I said you can add it to any roll you'd like, but let's see what your base roll is first.
Oh, come on!
You don't have to declare it in advance.
Yes! With inspiration, it's 11, so I blink. Or 12.
I don't see your roll in the
Yeah,
chat.
it didn't come through.
Oh, your connection has been interrupted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, mine too.
All right.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit, I'm the only one in this game. Womp
Oh,
womp.
yeah.
Technical
I can see
difficulties.
myself in the game too. Anyway,
I can see
Paul,
myself in the
I
game.
believe you, and I can move the token if you need me to.
I rolled a 7 on the. Oh, you guys missed the most epic like roll. I rolled a 7 on the first d20, and I needed 11 or higher to blink. And then I rolled a 5 with the inspiration, giving myself a 12. So it was just like barely. Yeah.
Kasimir, you blink from your current spot, and you enter into the ethereal plane. You are currently. Oh, are you still standing on that right above where that hag was too? You're on the stairs still, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So you blink into this ethereal plane. Everything is like a shadow of itself, but it all looks the exact same layout. And you see this hag who makes eye contact with you, and her eyes go wide right in front of her on the ethereal plane.
Hello again.
All right,
Yes.
interplanar combat here.
21
21 for
to hit.
hits. Roll for damage.
Come on, baby. 11 psychic damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes! Ethereal
Bam!
death to a hag! Except no one's gonna believe me.
What do you
Guys,
mean?
I killed the hag. Where's her body? Come on.
Well, we didn't even see you blink, so we're like, you
Yeah.
didn't even go anywhere, bro.
We're just like, where the fuck is he?
Yeah, I just freaking raise my sword and be like, you can't hide from me. And I just channel like hundreds of years of rage. And I just like, you see my blade start to glow purple and just shove it straight into her face and just start twisting until it like melts her head.
She lets out one last and yeah, just collapses into an ethereal heap upon the ethereal plane. Amazing.
All right, that is my turn.
Rohan.
Well, seeing as Juniper has weakened the hag, Rohan's actually going to try and grapple with this hag. Try and just keep her, he's going to like grab hold of that hand where the claws are trying to get towards the child and he's gonna try to pull the hag probably back down towards the stairs so they can get him in that plane.
All right, one step at a time. You're gonna have to grapple. It's gonna be very, she's okay. It's got to be a contest, I suppose, to grapple it away. She's gonna make a dexterity contest. She's gonna have advantage on this because she is like she knows It's not
even though she's weakened.
It's not simply that she's trying to evade your grasp. She knows that you can't like pull her in a particular direction against the child because she has that leverage. So it'll be your strength to grapple versus her dexterity at advantage. Unless you can tell me a very clever way which you would somehow alleviate the threat to the child. But she's like holding on to the child in one arm and got like claws around the child's neck. I think you can do it. I just think it's going to be difficult. Mm-hmm. Really difficult, in fact.
I would think the only thing that Rohan could do in this case would be he's going to jump over the banister and he's going to try to put an arm around the hag's neck, and his other hand is going to be on her, her claw.
Okay, trying to get the claw and then try to like get around the hag.
Yeah. So it's kind of like putting a chokehold on her while also holding the claw away from
Sure.
from doing damage.
Sure.
Best as he can.
All right. I think it's still going to be the same stakes here. Strength versus dexterity with advantage. So go ahead and make a strength check.
Ugh. Oh my goodness.
She easily shifts out of your way. I know what you're trying to do.
And I guess that's his turn. Doesn't really have much else he can do at the moment.
Luna.
Luna's gonna go up to the third floor. And who's next? Aragal. She'll swoop down on Aragal's turn and help him.
All right, so Aragal, he's like, it's time to die. He lunges his silver short sword right at this hag's face.
Luna swoops down. Ah!
He'll have advantage on this first attack. It's only a 14. But an 18 on the second one. He does, in fact, stab her in the face. And he's going to get a sneak attack advantage from your guys' proximity. 4d6, adding to the 5 piercing. 16 points of piercing damage as he like stabs her through the cheek and like withdraws his sword, and this sickly like green hag blood flies all over. It like splashes on the child's head as he withdraws his sword. All right, the hag. You've made your choice then. Hag claw attack. The hag rakes her claws across the child's neck. The child's neck splurts open, blood everywhere. The child, life immediately fades from their eyes. Limp then. She says, "To the death then!" Juniper.
Let me check something real fast, range-wise.
I know I'm not there, but does the child look dead or death saves unconscious? Or
The child looks like it has greatly exceeded its maximum hit points on that attack by many magnitudes and been raked ruthlessly across its jugular.
insta kill?
That's fucked up.
Is this a window?
Where are you pointing?
Right here.
Yeah, that's a window.
How hard would it be for me to push her out the window?
From where you're standing in the crowded room, pretty difficult, I'd
Pretty
say.
difficult.
Not impossible.
Would it be a contested strength check?
Yeah. I'm gonna give her a bonus to it though. Just the angle to it's just not right, I don't think, but maybe.
Okay. Well, first I'm gonna have my shadow go. Strength drain once again.
Go for it.
23.
Nice. All right, go for it.
7 psychic. 7 psychotic
damage.
7 psychotic damage, and she gets -4 to her total strength score. Or
Holy
to her
shit.
strength.
All right, that'll negate any bonus that I add. So
Would it be my action to try to push her out the window?
yeah,
Okay. I'm just gonna say, if you guys can get her out of the building, I can light this bitch up. But for now, I'm just gonna cast Magic Missile at a 2nd level.
okay, go for it.
For 5, 4, 5, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16, nice. 4 more points of light. Impact this hag. She's like relishing this fight somehow. She's just smiling. She seems to somehow appreciate the blood that's all over her hands and the pain that she's seeing in the face of especially Aragol standing right in front of her.
And is there any way I can reach out and grab the child's body?
You've already taken your action, Juniper.
Okay, no worries.
That will bring us once more to Ezmerelda.
I will take my 3 attacks.
Do it.
Nine points of piercing damage.
3 attacks.
Damn, nice. 9 points piercing. That's a silver short sword. Hell yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, the 16 doesn't hit? Damn.
16
assume
did
not.
Whoa.
Brings us to Kasimir.
I am going to send Luna out. I'm going to use Luna's eyes, like become see through Luna's eyes, and then on Luna's turn I'm going to send her out and do like a sweep to see if that old hag is coming back. So on Luna's turn I'm going to be looking through her eyes. So that's all I'm doing for my action.
All right, and can you do that from the ethereal plane?
Probably not. But I can just end blink. So
Is that what you're gonna do? Does it take an action to end blink?
I'm gonna head upstairs. So first I unblink 10 feet from here. So
Okay.
I'll be in the 2nd floor, right at the top here.
It's gonna take another 30 or 35, 40 feet to get up to the crowded third
Is there a
floor.
window up? Yeah, there is right here. I'll go to this window and kind of start to look outside, and then I'll just go into Luna's eyes.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll I'll tell you what you see when it comes to Luna's turn. I think that'll work out like that.
I'll just roll blink for the shit of it. Oh, I'm gone.
Didn't you say you ended blink though?
Yeah, I did. All right. I'll end blink.
You're gonna see through Luna's eyes. Is that the plan?
Yep.
All right. Rohan.
Yeah, I guess out of rage, Rohan's just going to do Silver Sword short, just his attacks.
Go for it.
None of them land.
All misses. You're raging at seeing another Vistani death and just not quite channeling that monster hunter instinct. That's it?
That's it.
Okay, Luna flies out. Make a perception check for Luna, please.
22.
The owl leaves the building, flies, I guess, 60 feet in one round?
60 feet.
Up in the air, and doesn't see anything for the immediate moment.
All right. Good.
Aragol, it's his turn. He's like, no! Why would you do that, you bitch? And he's going to go for his short sword attacks here. Oh, he has multi-attack.
Yeah.
2 hits, so 9 piercing it plus 4, 13 plus 4d6.
All
Plus
right.
9, 14 plus 9, 23 hit points. He starts carving her up. And she is starting to bleed from multiple wounds. This sick hag blood. It's like blackish green. Very, very disgusting. Which brings us to her turn. And she smiles at you guys. Claps something in her pocket. Actually, she can't do that. She was gonna dip out, but she's not gonna do that. Because she can't. I gotta play by the rules here, guys. I know you guys just do whatever you want, but I gotta play by the rules, all right? That's a joke, Paul.
Called out.
She is going to... Goddamn, it's just a slugfest. She's gonna get back at Aragol with her hag claws. Only a 12 to hit. And Aragol is 15 AC. She doesn't hit, she just swipes back. Aragol just ducks out of the way of her sick hag claws and avoids that slash. That brings us to Juniper.
Shadow, baby. 21.
Hell yeah.
She's close to dying from strength.
My shadow is kind of awesome.
What is she at? 9?
9 psychic damage, and her strength score goes down by 3.
What's her total? 7?
See, that's where I think it's not actually the modifier that gets affected. It's the base score. Has to be.
It is the base score.
It is.
Yeah,
That's what we
yeah,
said.
that's what we decided. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just kind of chiseling here.
She started at 18. She got reduced 3 and then 4, so 7. She's done at 11 and then another 3. So she's at 8 strength right now.
Damn.
Cool. Fucking bitch. And then Juniper, just so she can do some more damage because she's feeling kind of useless here. I'm gonna use Quicken spell to do. God, I wish I could do Fireball.
Is there damage on the strength drain?
Yes. 7 psychic damage.
7. Nice.
Psychotic damage.
Psychotic damage. Quicken spell to cast Magic Missile as a bonus action. Once again at level 2.
Do it.
That's my last level 2. Buttons. 4, 6, 10, 12. And then I'm going to use my action to cast Chill Touch.
Is that a ranged attack?
Yes, 19.
19 hits. Roll for damage.
4 necrotic damage, and she cannot heal herself.
Sounds good. All right. You just bombard her with the missiles, and you launch some frosty, cold shit at her, impacting her even more. My vocabulary is still going strong, folks. Don't be thinking otherwise here.
Juniper is crying.
Is that everything, Juniper?
Am I technically engaged with her right now? Am I within? If
You're
I were
within
to,
5 feet, yeah.
okay, then I will stay where I am.
Ezmerelda.
I will make my 3 attacks.
Go for it.
Just pissed off looking.
Hit. Miss.
So 19 points of piercing damage, and the silvered short sword goes wide as I try to avoid hitting the wall in these confined quarters.
Ezmerelda, how would you like to do this?
Yeah!
Bittersweet.
I would like so one stab goes through the wrist that she used to
rake the child?
yeah, so it'll go through the wrist and pin her own arm to her chest. And then I pull the blade out, giving it a little twist, and just right through the eye socket.
Just one last. Yes, her sick hag mouth hangs open as her life fades from her. Your rapier pinned through her head like she's a kebab.
Tasty.
Hell yeah.
Was she holding the kid the entire time?
No, the kid's at her feet now.
Oh, okay.
Dead. Two hags are dead. A child lays dead on the floor. There is another child in a cage in the room.
What? Which child can we
A
recognize?
small boy in a cage. He is pushed. It's a 3x3 cage. He's as far back as he could possibly be in the corner, just like staring in shock.
Juniper immediately, when she sees that there's another child alive, goes up to the little one, sits at the front of the cage, doesn't go inside, just kind of looks at him. Are you all right? It's okay. She's
He's like,
gone. Hey, look at me. You're all right. Do you want to come with us? Do you want to get out of here? She kind of holds out her hand.
He nods his head very much to confirm.
I hold out my hand. See if he takes it. I don't touch him. I wait for him to touch me.
Juniper, make a persuasion check.
Disadvantage.
Correct.
Oh!
There you go. The child hesitates. However, it does take your hand. He just looks shocked, like even though all that crazy shit went down, like there's a fucking cat standing in front of him. Like, doesn't even know if he should trust you or not, but you seem to soothe him somehow. And as he takes your hand, he immediately like crawls into your arms, like pressed close against you, and you can feel it. He's just trembling.
I pick him up and I kind of wrap him up in my cloak and I kind of rub his back and it's okay. And I look at the others and I start walking down the stairs, just holding the little boy.
Okay. In this room, you guys, well, before that, Aragol actually drops to his knees. Looks down at his niece, dead on the floor, her blood all over the ground. And for as rough and rowdy as this guy is, and as tough as as tough a person, he like begins weeping over the dead body of his niece.
I'll kneel down next to him and just put an arm around his shoulders.
He doesn't even look at you. He just, it almost makes him sob even harder. In this room, you guys, there's a heap of discarded clothing, several cages empty, and on the ceiling there seems to be a trap door that leads to the attic space. That's all there is in this room. It's very there's like a straw bed and like some straw strewn about. It's very unkempt and dirty.
Rohan will leave Aragol and Ezmerelda to their mourning, and he's going to check that trapdoor just in case.
You remove the trap door and you're able to, there's like a little ladder that leads up as well. So you drop it down, and Rohan, you go up into that attic space, and there's a bunch of like twigs and like straw things in this attic, and it looks to be like an old abandoned bird nest or something. Very dusty in the space. Go ahead and make a perception check. As you're looking about this space, Rohan, it's pretty dark in here, but something glints and catches your eye, actually, and you start to like separate some of the straw and everything, this bird's nest, and you find a couple things within this space. You find there's what appears to be a ring. It's kind of like a rose gold color ring, and there's also like a necklace. Necklace. An amulet, you could say. I was mixing those words. A necklace of some kind, looks pretty fancy as well. And there's also a couple of smaller gems that you see just kind of lying there. Some maybe like a sapphire and an emerald or something.
Okay.
Or probably like 4 emerald dragons.
Yeah.
Looking very cheap and small.
He'll satchel them for now, and then after doing an additional check, just leave. Says, and he goes down to the floor where Aragol and Ezmerelda are. He says, "Don't tarry for too long. I'm going to burn this building down." And he walks down the stairs.
Not yet. There's one more.
One more. Oh. Yeah.
Luna doesn't see anyone walking around.
Make another perception check. It's been about 5 minutes or so.
16.
16. From far out on the horizon down the road, you do see it. There's a humanoid figure. It seems to be traveling east to west. Should be like heading towards Vallaki, but up the road on the Barovia side of the windmill.
Towards us or towards Vallaki?
On the road heading towards Vallaki and towards you.
Okay. I still don't know what's going on, really, so I'm gonna head upstairs for the first time and be like, guys, the third hag might be on her way. and kind of take in what's happened.
Yeah, you see an absolutely gruesome sight, Kasimir, as you enter the third floor.
I suppose I passed Juniper with a child, and yeah, when I see Aragal, I'll walk up to him and see him grieving and just put my hand on his shoulder as well.
He's inconsolable.
Aragal, I'm sorry. Words can't describe the evilness of these hags. Oh, this cursed land. Another casualty.
Save it for the burial, Kasimir. Please find some cloth. Maybe that'll do. Takes the cloth off of one of the beds, wraps her in it, and begins to carry her body downstairs. His eyes are like glassed over, and he just looks full of grief and rage simultaneously.
We should check out if the third hag is coming, though. As awful as this is, maybe there is one last chance for vengeance and to rid the world of these evil, cursed hags once and for all. I say to anyone who will listen.
I'm gonna check the body of the hag real quick. Give it a once over.
This particular hag is not carrying anything of value. On the second floor, you guys would see, as you made your way up, making your way down. I assume you're just going to explore this windmill. Is that what's going to happen here quickly?
Yeah.
Rohan's gonna go down to the first floor and start baking. Or, he's gonna turn the oven on, start cooking stuff.
Yeah, there's already like a fire, like a
okay, perfect.
wood thing going on. And for the first time, Rohan, the delicious scent of dream pastries come across your nostrils as you stand by the oven. You look over in the window, and there they are. There's like a dozen of them.
Yeah, mentally, or physically, he wants to smell, but mentally it's making him sick. So he's gonna cast those aside, maybe knock them down a little bit. But actually what he does is he reaches into his pack and he takes out this old, dry, crusty, it's got hair on it and dirt, just a really nasty looking green pie. And he's gonna heat that up.
Okay. You place it into the oven?
Yep.
Are you going to look around the ground floor after you do that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I will describe what you guys see in the windmill. So I'm going to just, since we already started at level 3, we'll go level 2. There's a large millstone connected to some wooden gear shaft that rises through the ceiling in the center of this room. Not much to be seen. Like I said, there's like some powder, like white powder on the floor in some places. Hanging from a hook on the wall, there's a blood-stained apron that's caked with flour. On the first floor, much more to be found, Rohan. There's a cage full of frogs. There are small bones littering the floor. Various shapes. There's a cabinet with wooden bowls full of herbs and baking ingredients. Hanging on the inside of the cabinet doors are a dozen locks of hair. Amid various concoctions, there are 3 small labeled containers that hold elixirs. The first elixir, it's a golden syrup labeled youth. The second elixir is seems to be a red substance, and it is labeled laughter. And there is a greenish milky liquid for the third elixir labeled mother's milk. Finally, actually, 2 more things. There's a chicken coop that contains 3 chickens, a rooster, and a few laid eggs. And Rohan, you see that there are 4 vials with some weird white substance that is kind of like just maneuvering about within them. They have like cork tops to them. That's all you see in the first floor. I'm just copying these things here.
Interesting. He's gonna grab that first elixir and the third elixir. Doesn't really feel like laughing right now. And he's gonna take them upstairs to Ezmerelda and ask what she thinks of them. It's not my expertise.
To try and get some idea of what these are, Brad, what
It would probably take some time to do it. Perhaps if time was of the essence, I think Ezmerelda would make that call to say maybe we can look into this a little bit later. As around this time, Kasimir, you can see through Luna that this figure walking along the road is indeed the hag with the cart returning, and she's about 2 minutes away from turning onto the road that leads directly to the windmill.
I relay this information to everyone. Snap out of it.
Rohan says, does she look frenzied, in a hurry?
Did she?
He's moving pretty casually, actually.
We have a child. We need to do something with him. He can't be here for this.
if you leave now, she will see. He can be up in the attic.
Ezmerelda, is there a way that this hag can bring back the other hags? Is there something we have to do?
Not as far as I'm aware.
If it's all right with the rest of you, I felt fairly ineffective in the battle. I'd like to stay with the child on the third floor and protect him if she makes it up there.
If she kills all of us, what are you going to do against her?
I don't know, but I can't let another child die here.
So help us kill the hag.
Fine. Juniper's going to go up to the top, and I think she would have seen him pull the trapdoor down before she left.
I think he left it, just like the ladder thing.
I'm going to go up to the attic and place the boy up there. And I'm going to take off my cloak, and I'm going to wrap him up in it. And I'm just going to tell him to stay quiet and stay hidden. Cover your ears and hum a song. You'll be all right. Just give us a few more minutes. And I'm going to give him the arena doll.
Okay. He clutches at the doll and looks terrified, but he nods.
No matter what you hear, do not come down. Promise? Okay, good boy. And I'm going to close the door.
Okay. All right, what's the play here, guys?
I vote that when she gets close enough, Juniper throws a fireball out the second story.
I couldn't do it in the windmill, so just let me light the bitch up on her way in. I can do 2 if I have to. I'd rather save a counter spell, though I'm all out of second level spells. Only
That
got
works
first
for me.
and third.
Let's take her out outside.
Are you guys trying to just remain within the windmill, so that she has no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys like shut the front door,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
The rest
Okay.
of us by the door, so that as soon as the fireball goes off, we can
Run out. Yeah.
run out.
Would it be any advantage for Juniper to shoot it from the second story window
As opposed to...
to the first story window?
No, probably not.
All right, then I'll
There's-
shoot it.
Not advantage per se.
Well, not like mechanical advantage, but
Other than it doesn't hurt to have people firing from different angles and things like that. It's probably not a bad idea.
actually, yeah, then I will shoot it from the second window.
It's so crowded on the first floor.
It really is. We'll spread out a bit. I'll just say when
Aragol
you...
places Arabelle's corpse on the third floor on the bed, wrapped up. And he joins you guys on the first level here. So you guys are, damn it, you guys are hunkering down in the windmill, and you start to hear after a while like the creaking of a wagon. And I guess anyone who would be peering outside would see old Granny coming down the road with her wagon. And she approaches the windmill.
As soon as she's about here, I'd like to do something.
She arrives at said location.
Fireball.
All right. So she's got to make a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
Hags have advantage on saving throws, but I'm gonna say because she'd be like surprised maybe in this case that's not going to apply in this. So it'll be a straight roll.
DC 15.
Will we have surprise action?
Oh! Fuck
Right.
you.
Oh, that was good.
No, yeah, no, fuck
Yeah,
that
right.
bitch.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and roll for damage for fireball.
Damn.
Come on, don't disappoint me. 29.
Wow, nice.
And if she has her cart with her, I do believe that sets on fire.
Yeah. So Granny's coming back to the windmill. This fireball erupts all around her, and as it clears out of the way, Granny's scorched. Her clothes are scorched, and her flame, or her cart of pastries, is set ablaze right behind her. And shit, guys, yeah, make a round of surprise attacks. This is gonna be badass for you
Can
guys.
we do a quick 5 before we start second battle?
We'll do a quick 3 if that's okay.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Let's come back and try to kill this Granny.
Thank you.
And we're bringing sexy back.
Smooth.
Roll combat.
Dude, that's really good, man. I
Thanks,
didn't know
man.
you had that talent. 29 fire damage on Granny. Let's see it, guys. Can you do it? Can you do it in the surprise round?
Are we going to re-roll initiative or keep it?
Everyone's got to roll initiative, and we'll go according to that. Let me throw y'all back up in this shit.
6.
Oh, you guys are already doing it.
Okay. How much you want to bet it's going to be under 5? Oh, there we go.
Ezmerelda, does killing the hags remove a curse?
Is this really the right time to be asking that?
I do have a question. Is your
Or should
bubble
we be holding
still
her
a
down
thing?
and telling her to remove it?
Remove it from who?
Me and
Who's
you.
cursed?
Do you guys even know about our curses?
I don't know. Juniper talked about it. Maybe.
I actually, yeah, we said we discussed it on our way to the Vistani camp.
Oh, okay.
Ezmerelda, is your bubble still up?
No.
Okay.
Granny gets blasted by a fireball as the first thing in the surprise round. So that's Juniper's action in this first little thing. So it'll be Rohan, Aurigal, Ezmerelda, Kasimir, and then we'll be in regular initiative. Sound good?
Here's Luna's
And Luna, yes. 12. Okay. Brings us, yes, Rohan, you're up.
Oh, for his surprise, it's going to be Hunter's Mark. And he will break out here. Actually, let's get right up on her. And attack with this silver short sword.
24 hits. Go ahead, roll for damage.
And second attack.
Oh, right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
20 hits. Roll for damage.
nice.
What's the 5 plus 2?
That's the Hunter's Mark.
No, so the because there was a crit rolled in the pair, it just rolled 2 dice.
just
So just
the-
take the
Oh,
first
okay,
one.
that one.
Yeah, so
You
it'd
have
be
to roll for Hunter's Mark still.
yeah, so it'd be a total of 19.
Yeah.
We have to get some battle music in this one. All right, tell me what's the total, please.
19.
19. Damn, carving her up. Can you guys do it? Can you do it? Let's see. Arigal's up next. He is also going to run straight up and start throwing his short sword around. Ooh, misses both of his attacks, unfortunately. Juniper, it's you've already gone with your fireball. Luna's turn.
Gonna hold for my attack. A swoop.
Okay, sounds good. Ezmerelda.
All right, I will use 30 feet of movement to move right here, and I will take my 3 attack.
Go for it.
One hit for 9 points of piercing damage.
Sweet. 9 piercing damage it is. Stabbing her behind in the back a little bit, under her armpit maybe. Kasimir.
All
I assume
right.
that's your turn, Ezmerelda. Sorry.
Yes, that is.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out my Shadow Blade at level 2. I am also going to move right next to her. I might as well go here. I'm gonna say Luna now and attack at advantage.
Sure, go for it.
And while she's distracted, 19.
Okay. Yep, 19 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right, and this is Booming Blade.
Sweet.
So only level 2. So 15 psychic and 5 thunder.
Nice. Another 15 and 5. Cool.
Done. And she's also marked if she moves.
Sounds good. All right, that does bring her up in the initiative. So we turn to our regular turns. Seeing that she's surrounded and it's hopeless for her, she reaches in her pocket and she's going to flee to the ethereal plane.
No.
Let me just check one thing.
Counter spell?
Is it a
It's
spell?
an ability, not a spell.
We already went over that. She disappears right before your eyes, cackling kind of through. And right before she disappears, she says, "I'll see you in your dreams." And she fucks off to the ethereal plane.
Don't do it.
That's that.
The shortest round of combat.
I just yell out the window. Is it over?
She's gone.
Right. Fuck. I'm gonna go back upstairs and go get the kid.
Okay, you go up to the third floor, to the trapdoor in the attic, retrieve the child, still very scared. Will you guys remind me, when you had your soul essence stripped from your bodies, only Monifa was awake to witness that.
Correct.
Yep.
Hilarious. All right.
Oh
So
no.
out of the items I described, one of those things is relevant to the situation, though which one, or which set of things, rather, is anyone's guess.
One thing that did catch Juniper's eye downstairs, the little cage full of frogs. I'm remembering a time when Ghost was polymorphed into a frog. And just out of curiosity, she's going to pick one out of the cage and slap it. And see if it turns into something.
Slap a frog?
That's amazing. All right.
Holding the child, totally serious, very depressed. I just pick up a frog and slap it against the wall.
Will you roll 1d4?
Yeah. 3.
So much like a cat batting a mouse, Juniper thinks she's just trying to smack it ever so gingerly, but she and the frog's brain squirts out out of its eyes as you smack the frog.
God.
If it was human, it would have turned back. So these are not polymorphed people.
You have a strange urge to let out some of the other frogs and chase them a little bit, toy with them.
I open the cage, but I don't. I try not to chase the frogs. I try to fight my instincts.
There's frogs just jumping all over the ground floor of the windmill. 20 frogs.
Give them a chance to survive when we burn this place to the ground.
They're all trying to make an escape, but they're jumping in every direction. It's chaotic.
Cool. Are the 4 vials with the corks still in the kitchen?
I don't think Rohan took anything other than the potion or
just
the elixirs.
The youth and the mother's milk.
I'm assuming I kind of see everything that Rohan saw. And I would like to take the laughter elixir as well as the vials of essence. And I think that's all you described, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you would see this weird white, swirling substance within the vials. It wouldn't be essence for Juniper wouldn't put that together necessarily.
Got it. Just white substance. And I step out holding the child and I look at everyone else and I'm like, I hold up my hand to charge up a fireball. Any objections?
Rohan's pastry is all burnt to a crisp. And
Oh, yeah. Oh, where's Buttercup?
She's in the woods.
Okay, good. I turn around and I cast Fireball into the first floor of the house.
All right. The entire first floor is just consumed by flame. and everything flammable, every wood, cloth, etc., is set ablaze. And before long, smoke is billowing out of the windows of the windmill.
I'm gonna shoot some fire bolts at the windmill arms.
Yeah.
Every flammable bit of this structure is set on fire now. And as you guys move a little bit away, yeah, the arms of the windmill just on fire as they slowly rotate. Aragorn says, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Lead the way.
Yeah.
Takes the same route back as you guys approach the windmill from, just out of caution. Try to not be on the main road as much as possible.
As we're walking, I'm going to look at the little one and ask him, what's your name?
My name is Reek.
Reek? Reek? That wasn't one of the little boys that went missing, was it? Where are you from, dear?
I'm from Barovia.
Barovia. All right.
He's probably like 5 years old or something.
5. All right. Well, stick with us and we'll find you a way home, all right?
No, don't take me back home.
No? What? Why not? What's wrong?
My parents sold me to these hags.
Sold you?
They traded me for pastries.
God.
No. Oh, no. It's all right. You never have to see them again. And I just hold them close and I look at the others. We're going to figure this out, yeah? I'm not taking him back there.
After a short time, you guys arrive at your camping location. You see Buttercup there, just hanging out. How would you like to proceed back to the Vistani camp? I assume that's where you're going to be headed next.
We'll just take the road the whole time.
Safer option.
I figure do we want to take a short rest at the camp? Or just head out?
I wouldn't say no to a short rest. Well, what time of day is it?
Yeah, how much time do we have before my tiger tries to kill us again?
So all that took place in the morning. By the time you make it back to the camp, you're shy of midday by an hour or so. You probably have like 6 or 7, maybe 8 hours left until your charm wears off of the tiger.
Okay.
So if you're going to get back to your camping spot and take a rest, guys, I think that is where we will call tonight's session completed. Holy smokes, that was a lot of battle. You guys did really, really good against those fucking hags.
They have finally fallen, except one, but that's okay. We'll kill her later. We have 2/3 of our vengeance.
We lost the child.
Yeah, that was very bittersweet.
Well, what will happen next time on Curse of Strahd? We'll have to find out next time. Did I just say what happens next time? We'll have to find out next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And describing way too many things. But that's all right. Next week, we got Tomb of Annihilation coming up on Monday. Actually, the week after, we will not have Curse of Strahd because I'm going to be moving. So maybe there'll be another one-shot going on. And if so, we'll find a way to let everyone know. Monday nights we play D&D. There's art streams throughout the week. Alex, I believe, is going to do some Magic the Gathering. So we'll have a lot of different fun things going on our newly affiliated Twitch channel here at the Emerald Dragon. We'd like to say thank you for everyone who tuned in this evening. It's been a really fun time, really fun session. And until next time, be safe out there. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.